Hello? Hello. Hey everybody, happy Monday. You're very welcome into what is the start of another week. Yes, it's sunny outside. How I know that? I went to check the bins that haven't been collected. Right, but it's very nice out here for the moment. So I said we'll fly somewhere else where it's not nice. So welcome in. Hope you're all keeping well. How was your weekend since we last spoke? What happened in the last 16 hours, right? Today we're flying the Starship. This one, the Beech Starship from Black Square Simulations. We're going to be flying out of St. Petersburg in Florida, rambling all the way up to, what's it called? Georgia. We're going up that neck of the woods. And it's amazing, right? When you start learning an aircraft, and you're somewhat comfortable with it, and then you don't fly it for a little while, that's today, friends. Yes. Does anyone remember how to fly this? We shall see. Productive morning. I was up early at the crack of dawn, right? And studying for tonight's lesson all about oceanic clearances. What are we getting ourselves into here, lads? I thought it was just, should ramble across, it'll be grand. No, there's a lot of stuff, right? So, yes, I've studied a bit this morning, so I said, right, enough of the study, it's now time for a bit of flying. Right, bit of flying, and we'll see how we get on with this one. So we'll probably do a stop along the way. We're going to be heading up to Augusta Municipal Airport up in Georgia. So we'll see what the crack is. It's about a 2-hour hike, so we might pick somewhere to stop along the way as we kind of get to grips with the aircraft. Live time and weather at the moment, it's just after 5-ish in the morning. It's almost 6 a.m. and we'll see what way the weather's doing. Not very pleasant. And we'll see how the Starship behaves. But we're looking forward to a sunrise flight. You see, it looked very nice, and well, that's what we hope. But anyway, who's here? Look, on this Monday, Naughty Gnome, top of the morning to you, man. Hope you're well. Malky is here. Mac Vision, good to see you. Tima, welcome aboard. Eamon 1973, top of the evening. Wait, more. Jesus, Eamon, it's nighttime with you, isn't it? 98 Vulcan, good to see you. Toombs is here. Sir Camsalot, my dude. AJH, man. Shuller Pilot, good to see you. PH Roy is in the house. Toto is here. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. You're very welcome aboard. Dazati Arab. Ooh, Monday morning shenanigans. Yes. And we'll do some streaming too. DK is in the house. How dare you interrupt my work with another stream? All right, your boss won't be happy. Be grand. We'll do a route here now in a moment. We'll pop that in. APU Inspector, 210 streams in a row, man. Thank you very, very much indeed. Hope you're well. Blinky is here. Good morning from a sunny Wales. Is it sunny in Wales? Filthy is here. Jesus Murph, it's stupid 30 on this side of the pond. Brews coffee and starts getting ready for the new week. Yes, good to see you, Filthy. Hayden is here. Shag off, there's no refunds. Corn Wolf, top of the morning to you. The Limbics is like, 'twas not long enough, right? Just grand. Shuller Pilot says, may be able to join in and make it to the halfway point of some sort. I don't have the Starship yet. You'll be in the default TPM. Nice. Chris Van Halen, good to see you. Greg is in the house. Good morning to you. Everyone becomes a Starship Trooper, right? Would you like to know more? Absolutely. Grimmy is here. Good morning. Listening in whilst working. That's the way to do it. Wicked Wolf, top of the morning from Tennessee. Hello from Tipperary. You're looking well. Mr. Jazz is here. Airwolf, top of the morning to you. Hope everyone's keeping very well this morning. Uniform Goose. Good to see you, Goose. Just Willie is here. How are you, Willie? You flew it last Saturday. Nice. Bin day with you. Nice. Evil Asar. Good evening. Hope you're keeping very well. Who else come in the door now? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the man, myth and legend himself, Jeppison 2001, welcomes us in. What news of the realm? He says, good morning, Murph. I've also been catching up with my E-Top stuff for tonight's stream. It's been a wee while, right? So you have oceanic clearances and then we have to get into E-Tops, right? Extended twin operation procedures or something like that, right? And we'll have to have a look at it. It's going to be fun, isn't it? Dakey is here. Good morning to you, Dakey. Hope you're well. There's quite a lot of coverage. I'll try that in English. There's quite a lot of content coverage for tonight when it comes to oceanic clearances. And I know a lot of folks you've already probably done across the pond or you've flown across the Atlantic, I'm sure, many times. But this is to kind of give us a little bit more understanding of what's required, especially when it comes to our initial clearance, the routing, right? The particular track we're going to be using across the North Atlantic. We're using the NATS. And if it's going to be, you know, eastbound or westbound, what FIR we're speaking to, be it Shanwick or Gander, the speeds, the altitudes, deviations if it comes to it. There's quite a good bit to cover, right? Engines turn or passengers swim, ETOPS, that works. Toto is not here. Got you there now. Little Trader, good to see you. Lurking from work. You're very welcome aboard, man. Yeah, it's going to be fun to do this because, as I said, there's quite a bit to it, do you know? So we'll wing it, as always. And then whatever I don't cover tonight, I know Naughty Gnome is going to catch up on Friday with a few more bits and bobs. It's all in preparation for our flight this coming Sunday. We're going to be flying Dublin to Detroit, about an 8-hour jaunt across the North Atlantic. So we're looking forward to it. Now, I'm due a phone call this morning, so if my phone rings, I have to disappear and answer it. But don't worry, I'm staying here. You know, I just have to mute it. But I am expecting a phone call because I got a phone call on Friday and they said, we'll ring it on Monday. Right. So if that happens, probably starting earlier. Yeah, we're going to start early on Sunday at 1200 Zulu. So we'll probably start in and around 12. Somewhere between 12 and 1 local. So that's around the 1100 Zulu, give or take. We'll see what happens though. Because I'm away on Saturday and then we have to get back early. And I won't have a head in me at all, right? There'll be no pints consumed on the Saturday, I can assure you. Anyway, with that said, let us ramble over to the sim. Let's check out our aircraft. My light is working. That's a good start. And well, we'll get kind of straight into it, shall we? So, Jesus, that was tight. We'll have a look to see what we're doing. We're on the ground here at Signature at the FBO, and we'll start getting ourselves up and running here. Now it is quite dark looking, but sure, it's almost nighttime, early bells in the morning. So if we have a look at our flight planning, here's sim brief. So I'm thinking we might go somewhere rather than going all the way up to Augusta. We might pick somewhere kind of, you know, halfway up the road, right? So at St. Petersburg, we want to head to Augusta. Let's have a look here. We'll put in a new flight just to see what it looks like, right? I heard a beep. So we're on the ground at KPIE and we want to head up to Augusta. So that's the full route. So I'm thinking we might be able to stop somewhere. We've Jacksonville, which looks to be about halfway. Will we go to Jacksonville first? That's a fairly lively airport. Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to grab this guy, drag it over. Now, I want Jacksonville Airport. So how do we... Hang on now. There we go. So we want to remove the VOR or the TACAN or the TACAN. There we go. So KNIP. So that's going to be our first flight. So we're going to plan an IFR flight and let's see what happens. So it's KNIP. So we'll come over here, KNIP. And well, let SimBrief go ahead and figure this one out. And let's see what happens, right? Jackson, yeah, we're having a look. Morning, Murph from Galway. Gar Gaming, top of the morning to you, buddy. Hope you're well. Right, so this is looking a little bit mad, but we'll go with it. So let me see. We have a Sid, Willen, and then we're kind of pretty much straight in, right? Now, we could go other ways. We can plan this routing ourselves if we wish, right? But this doesn't look too bad. A couple of waypoints there as we're on the Sid heading out. Jacksonville is KJAX. What's KNIP? Hang on. KNIP. Where is this then? Jacksonville. Oh, hang on. That's a naval air station. They'll give out to us for that. Jesus, better not do that. Oh, Jacksonville is over here, look, is it? No, that's Herlong Regional. Then you have the main... Oh, you have Jacksonville Executive, KCRG. Let's do that one instead. KCRG. Up there, you devil you. We'll go to this one. KCRG, lads. Right? So it's going to be KCRG. Right, let's rebuild that flight. Right? We'll be having our Manchester meetup on Friday. A few pints and food consumed in the beer garden at the airport. Nice one, Willie. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. We're flat out this year with meetups. I mean, we're doing... We've done FS Weekend, we've done FS Expo, we're doing our UK meetup on the 26th of July in Duxford, and then back to London for a couple of pints, and then we're doing a Dublin meetup on November 15th. We're quite busy with our meetups this year, which is great fun altogether. Right, let's have a look at this one. So an hour 20, yeah, that looks a bit better. So it's direct, and then it's via Tebow. That'll do. And that's here, an hour 20, runway 18 for departure, arriving runway 14, right? Okay, let's go ahead and generate this one. Let's see what happens. Wicked Wolf, good to see you. It's a cool one to fly. Starship is awesome, man. Right, we're going to import the flight from SimBrief and we'll load it in. Let's have a look. There we are. Fairly straightforward. So OFC, that's attack on, and then up to Tebow, and then we're in that way. All right. So runway 18 is where she wants us blasting off from. So it's, let me see, it's going to be taxiing then all the way down Alpha. 18, south departure, and then we'll swing around up to the left, watching the Tampa airspace as we ramble up there. There's no ATC online, so we have multiplayer turned on. Flight Sergeant, good to see you, buddy. Having a lunch break and watching in. Nice. Duxford looks amazing. Duxford's awesome, man. We were there before, and it's just class. It really, really is. It's an awesome museum. So, right, that all looks great to me. This all looks good to me. The other thing I was doing earlier on, for those who might be interested, right, put that up there. This is a provisional flight plan looking at our across the pond, right? And you can see that we're using certain tracks. Now, it says track Charlie is not active. It was. But I was looking at this because when it comes to oceanic work and ETOPS and all the jazz, right? Well, you can see where our entry point is at Dara. And this is important. So at Adara, we were going to be at, Mach 0.84 probably, and then we're flying at flight level 350. And this is, we'll be talking to Shanwick first, and then we go all the way then to Gander, and then we continue on then on over to the Boston FIR, and then it's over to Toronto FIR, and then we'll get down into the Cleveland FIR, and then we're down into Detroit. Right, this is, as I said, happening next week. It's a huge flight, so we're going to go through all of this later on this evening. I was planning the 777-3 for this one, but anyway, we'll focus on what we're doing here now. So with that said, we have our flight. Let me see, we can grab in a flight here on Elevatex. That's reading it. Lovely jovely. I've loads of little things running here in the background. LRM is up and running. JoinFS is up and running. And what else do we want? Smart cars, right? So I'm going to go into flights. I'm going to create a flight, right? Select the aircraft. Now, do we have the Starship? No, we don't have the Starship. Do I need to create an airplane? Please select the item from a list. We don't have a Starship. Right, I'll need to create one of those. Itinerary, flight type, cruising altitude. Right, so let's have a look at this. Firefly Air. We're working on smart
Dreamy,
cars.
sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Thank you, Mutley. Welcome in. We're working on smart cars to get our stuff up and running. So if I log in here, we have a look, right? Oh, my lights turned off and then it's turned back on again. Brilliant. Let me see here. So I need to go into the admin area because I need to create an aircraft, you see? Admin. And we're going to do a sub. We're going to add a new one. So the ICAO code is star. The name is going to be a Starship, and the frame ID is star. Hello. Save. And now, how quickly does this work? This is the question. This is the question. So if we do new flight, create a flight. Okay, you probably have to restart this then. We're learning together, friends. Don't worry, we're learning all this together. So we're going to log in to Firefly Air. Let's see what happens. And I've updated some information on this there this morning, so this is where we're going to get our stuff in here, right? And you can download it and start having a bit of fun. So we're going to create a flight aircraft. Why isn't it coming up with Starship? Select an aircraft. Well, we have that in there. So if I go to airlines now, subframes, fleet. Here we go. Code B. Jesus. 6 knots. GA turboprop. Multi-engine prop. Manage aircraft. Let's add an aircraft. Active. Home. Let's call it KPIE. KPIE, right? Location. KPIE. But mind what I'm doing now, talking to myself. Aircraft is a Starship. Registration November. Jesus. What are you playing? You are what? No. Have we no tail number? There's no tail number, begob. I thought there was. Right, we'll just do a makey uppy. What have I got in the cockpit? November 851 Tango Bravo. Can't change that now. November, yeah, go on. November 851 Tango Bravo. The fin 851. ICAO is a star. Simbrief type star. Let's try this one. Save. Registration has already been taken. November 852 Tango Bravo. Save. And then a whole load of errors came up. Really? November 852 Tango Bravo 852. Right? It's a Starship. Save. Okay, that said save. So if I select this now, that doesn't update terribly quick, does it? Kenneth Fitzpatrick, top of the morning to you. Murph sent you the not important now, just before tonight's stream. All right, dude, we'll have a new gawk at it here now. The link for Gander submitting clearance request in the ground document is broken. Ooh, interesting. Now, when you say it's broken, is it just not loading, naughty, or what's it doing? Right, let's try this one. Aircraft, Starship, huzzah. Flight type, passenger, cruising altitude according to SimBrief. Let's go ahead and look at this. Now, actually, can I import this in SimBrief? I can. Import from SimBrief, 19,000 feet. Let's create this flight. Error 404, you say. Okay. All right, there's a flight gone in, and she's tracking, and all this is wonderful news. URL is wrong. Okay, because I do know a lot of them now. Hang on, we'll check it. We'll do it live. twotonemurphy.com. Give it a second, give it a moment now, and we'll go to Learn ATC, the FAA conversion course. Get in there now. Ground school document. Let us have a look. It's not, you know, it wouldn't be like me to make an error. That never happens. Right, let's have a look here. So, what page was it, my dude? Is it down the bottom? 294. Yup, the devil, yep. Okay, so request your clearance. VATSIM Gander Nattrack. Gander, nothing in sight. A VATSIM organization acknowledge. All right, okay, go back. So, oceanic clearance, position reports, current tracks, oceanic map, or a NAT track. All right, okay, well, don't worry about it too much. The reason being is, once you log in with VATSIM, it should be able to do it, and then the link might work, I think. Let's log in. Hello. Let's just see if this works. Get in there now, you devil. Welcome to Oceanic Gander. Opt into emails. Accept privacy. Now, let's go back into this. If I go back to this, give her now a second to load. What program is that? The one you added Starship to? This is Smart Cars. We're having a look at that. Right, so page 294. And we're going to try this one. Ah, balls. We couldn't find anything at this. All right, okay, so we shan't worry about it too much. Because what we can do, go back. No, go to here. Cool, calm, collected. Right, ATC. That track. Request to receive your VATSIM Oceanic clearance. Connect to VATSIM as a pilot to request it. So you can't actually do it through this anymore. And the reason why I think they stopped doing this, not, you know, I could be wrong, but I think now the aircraft do it through CDPLC. I think, right? But I'll go over it anyway tonight. We'll see what the story is. So that's all to do with their NAT tracks, you know? I thought it was wrong once, but it turned out it wasn't, right? Smart Cars equals Skoda, right? Yeah, we'll have a look at that later on. We'll see what the story is. Now, while we're talking about smart cars, this is the website. If you go to fireflyair.twotonemurphy.com, you'll come to this neck of the woods here. Now, it should show me on the map, which it does. I'm now active, and it shows what my flight is. If we click on the flight, we're departing out of St. Petersburg, and we're going over to Jacksonville Executive. The aircraft registration number on what we're currently doing, it says we're boarding. All right. So this is all new, as we know. We can see the list of pilots. We can see the flights that are available. We're testing some of these, right? I've added a custom one. And now we have a new downloads page. That's where we can grab the client. All right. So if we go home, we'll do this. Actually, we'll just do dashboard. Because this is where you can register yourself if you'd like. That's it there. Now, we're still testing all of this, so let's see how we go, right? So, LRM is connected. Smart Cars is connected. So, I have the little app. Where's the app gone? The app doesn't want to show up. You're a great bit of stuff. Why isn't that working? Really? Nothing's ever simple, lads, is it? Show the desktop. Right, smart cars. Where are you? There you go. Okay, so if we go into settings, can we keep the divel on front? Discord rich presence, no. Sim brief, yes. Is there a way to keep this front? Flash on notification, notification sounds, weight, altitude, landing distance, feet. Save. And we're looking for this. I don't see an option where we can load this in. So my flight in progress, right? Look at the map, tracking. So it is tracking, right? Pause near top of descent. Not flying on a network. Logbook. So that was my first flight. That's all done. If we look at the world map, there's Misha. All right, okay, so that was good. Right, back into the sim we go. And minus you. Do one of those and do one of these. There we are. We got a TBM ahead of us there, Shuller Pilot. Right, we should be grand. Well, I say we should be grand. Let's find out together, lads. Right? And why isn't that working now? You should be full screen, my friend. Why aren't you full screen? Well, the curse of the 7... Look, nothing's working. None of my screens are actually coming back up. What's going on, lads? Who breaks stuff? Murphy, this is how you break things. Right, now, calm the whole ship down, please. Open you. Why isn't this working? We shall taskbar. We shall press that and then press this. This is how we fix things. Now, if I hide that and then launch the sim, it's having a moment, right? Right, now, this, and that. Okay. You can join the VA, yeah, 100%. Yeah, we got an update as well, Limix. Yeah, we threw that in. Now, why isn't this showing me the full screen? The bottom of my screen has now been cut off. Lads, did you ever have a moment? Did you? I'm having one right now. Join FS, that's okay. Navigraph, that's okay. There we go. Right, we're laughing now. Jesus. Right, let's go to our aircraft preparation. The door is currently open. We'll remove our control locks. All right. And put you into idle, please. Yes, that's grand. Couple of checks before we go. Parking brake is on. Gear handle in the downward position. All right. And yeah, we can go ahead and get some power into this. So we'll start off with our standby instruments. They're coming alive there now. Up on top, and we do have some cockpit lights. Master switch. We'll do all this now in a moment once we turn on the master battery switch. So let me see. Master battery on. Oh man, look at the beautiful lighting. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so what we want to do is external power. We're going to connect you. And we're just monitoring the voltage. So our battery at the moment is 25.9. External power is 28.1. So we're going to turn on external power. And now we're looking a bit better. So we have loads of electricity into the aircraft. We'll put on our engine... I think it's Engine Information Crew Alert System. I think that's what it's called. Your ECAS, right? Clear the caution. On up here now. We do have some lights working. How do the wipers get turned on? Master lights. That was weird. Right, where's my switch for me windscreen wipers? Does anyone remember how to fly? Turn them off. Right, grand. There we go. Hey, all right, our ideas are aligning. We'll come down here to our oxygen unit, open you up, and we can test our oxygen. That's working. And that's working. All right, we got oxygen. And we can see now that all our instruments are coming alive. That's what we wanted. External lights. We'll have the nav lights on. Wing lights come on here as well. Seatbelts, sure, why the devil not? And just make things look a little bit nicer in here. And we can see what we're doing. All right. So for preparing ourselves for an engine start, we're going to open up the inertial separators. And if we go in here to the engine, we can see these doors now opening, because you can see the foreign object debris on our little map here, right? So payload, we're going to top up some fuel here. So we'll start with our aft tanks. We'll put 60 gallons in each, and our main tanks, they're fine, don't need to worry about those. All right, at this stage, remove the pitot covers, the engine covers, the gear pins have now been removed. And let's have a look at the electrical stuff. All looking good. Cabin, we have the fan blowing. It's relatively cool here on the ground, and we should have no active failures. All right, let's double check our fuses, circuit breakers. They look good. Close you. Come across the road here, and they look good as well. Lovely. All right, pitch. We do have a GPS unit. That'll come on with the avionics. What else do we want down here? This is all looking good. Put our yoke back in. And the rest of our screens are all in an off position. So as we're running the aircraft on the cloud strobe, that's all grand. We're running on external power at the moment, so we're going to get this machine up and running. I love the depth of this aircraft. I feel like it's a race against time every time to get the engines going so the avionics don't overheat. Very much so, Limbics, yeah. Shuller is taxiing. We can see it up there ahead of us. I'm getting a little bit of lag, but I'd say we're all right. That sun is starting to come up now. It's starting to look very pretty. All right, let's go ahead and get the cabin door closed. And the cabin door is closed. Next up is going to be an engine startup. So to do this, we're going to put our prop full. Condition levers will go right engine first, then we'll go on the left side, and then we'll work off everything else. So we have the cockpit blower is on high, temperature low. You can hear the sounds of this, yeah, listen. Right, there's a level of detail in this aircraft which is absolutely friggin' nuts. But anyway, keep the temperatures low for the moment, and we're going to be starting up this machine here now. We can keep our ECAS on. So we do have some warning lights, they're okay. We're going to go for an engine start. So everything is highly automated, so it's only when we actually engage the starter we're going to be good. What we're looking for here, when we engage the starter on the right side, we're going to watch the NG, going to let that spin as fast as it possibly can. Then we introduce some fuel. We monitor ITT, which is your internal turbine temperature. You're looking for a hot start. And we monitor the NG to make sure it keeps coming up the road. If it doesn't, that'll be a hung start, in which then we abort the engine start. But we should be grand. Once we get to about 50%, we disengage the starter. All right. So we have confirmed, we have removed all the engine covers and all the jazz. Ground power is still connected. Another aircraft here beside us. There's Goose. So let's see what happens here. And then we'll go to our avionics and we can plan our flight. We can do it from here now, but I'll wait until I get the engines up and running. We can get some aircon on and make things comfortable for our passengers. So we're going to ignite the system. So our starter has been engaged. You can see our N1 rising. Once this gets up to about 17 or so, we'll know when it's at its fastest possible speed. So 18 will do. Fuel in. ITT is coming up the road. 687 is where she peaks. NG is still rising. And once we get to 50%, disengage the starter. Starter off. And we'll go for the right gen. Reset and on. Right generator is now bringing in a load. We're looking good. At this stage, we can now disconnect the external power. External power has been turned off. Check for any residual power, which does not. Remove the external power. And now we're going to start up on the right side. Bring this to run. Power is continuing to rise. Now we'll go ahead and engage the left starter. We do the very same again. N1 is rising. Props are starting to move. And once this gets to its top speed, we reckon about 17%, we'll introduce the fuel, monitor the N1 for a hung start, monitor ITT for a hot start. Fuel coming in. 692 is the peak. And we're looking for 50% on N1, and we'll disengage the starter, and then we'll bring the generators online. Beautiful. There's 50. Starter off. Reset the gen. Gen is now on. So let's have a look. Left generator 28.6, right generator 28.6. Battery is recharging 28.6. Triple feed system 27.6. That loses voltage because it goes through the diode, but that's all part of the simulation. So that's working well. We'll now go ahead and turn on our remaining avionics. Looking good. The alternate blower will turn on. And let's look at our fuel quantities. Aft tanks are looking good. Compartments are looking good. Auto feather test. Auto feather goes to arm. Governor is quite okay. Everything on this side, pitot heat, we don't need them yet. It's not cold enough for them, so we'll leave those alone. And the rest now is going to be playing with some of our avionics as we're sitting on the ground. So we're going to reset our barrel pressure to what it should be, and we're going to initialize the system. So database has been expired. We need to update this. So we're going to update the database. Give it a moment. So we need to insert the diskette. There you go. We shall try it again. Update your database. It's reading the disk. We're going to say flight data. And that's all loading in. Sound is deadly, isn't it? It's pretty cool, lads. It is pretty cool. Okay, continue. And we can update the other one as well. Update position. Update position by lat long. By waypoint name. Accept current. That'll do. Initialize the system. All okay. Disk. We want to read the disk once again. And we're going to grab the second one. So, database routes. Let's do this one. Let's look at our plan map. Flight data NAN. So we've no flight plan gone in yet. So we're going to start putting in our own flight plan. So if we go FMS, we can look at the route list, performance progress. So we'll go route list. I've no route saved, so we'll have to put in one manually. We can do that from over here. Lights are a little bit strong now, so we'll go ahead and bring the storm lights off. That's quite okay. All okay. So route library. Let me see. Radar control, ComNav, flight plan goes in there. So let's just maybe go back to index for the moment. Fuel management. So fuel remaining, according to our tablet, we have 448 gallons. It wants pounds. Total fuel, where are you? 3,000 pounds, right? So we'll go with 3,000 pounds. Enter. Hello. Pax weight, that's all grand, don't worry about that. Use all that. We'll now go into our flight plan. So we'll start typing this in based on our SimBrief plan, which is over here. So let's have a look. We're going to be KPIE, so we can type. Once you click on this, you see it says keyboard, KPIE, enter. Okay. Next up, it's going to be direct to OCF. OCF. Enter. Okay. Next up, it's going to be direct TBO. Enter. Okay. And then after that, it's KC or J. No, KC or G. KC or G. Enter that. Okay, so there's our flight. End the flight plan so we can see what we're doing, right? We can see we have options here for approach. Now we are on a... We're direct out, so we're just taking off from runway 18. Distance, we can add custom waypoints here if we wish. I don't think we need to. That's all fine with me. End the flight plan, that's grand. Message. So we need to go into... Let me see. How do we get message again, lads? ATC, no. Index. Fuel. FMS. Trip planning. Enter waypoint. Not worried about that for the moment. We're not going direct. FMS data. That's all grand. Nav is good. Tom, good to see you, buddy. How do we clear the message? How do we do that again, lads? Message. Here we go. So, FMS, we need to update our VLF. So we're going to go auto leg, position hold, no, sensors, VOR on, right, that's all grand, station deselection, signal status. So we're getting a signal here from Great Britain, funny enough. Maryland is the strongest one at 2, and Puerto Rico is looking good as well. So that's, we can use Omega, or you can use the other one. So, yeah, we're grand here. Nav source, we're going to be going on FMS. And what else? Recall, nothing there. So we're going to go FMS. Let me see. Comms, they're all looking good. Navs, they're all looking good. ATC, we can put in our squawk. So for this, we're saying 6461. We'll do something different. We might go 1422. Pop you in there. And system controls, that's all fine. Flight plan is all grand. HSI we can bring up. We can look at the radar control. We want to have weather. Turbulence not worried about. We'll see what happens there. Back into flight plan here. Now HSI is what we want, but what can you give me? Can you give me radar and me flight plan? Arc map. There we go. That's looking at the whole shebang here now. All the procedures, so we can have a look at this. So we shall press the line key to continue. Safe airspeeds, engine limitations. Let's just double check. Maximum demonstrated crosswind. Let's go down and do these. So you're okay. Rotation 108. 2 engine best angle rate of climb. They're all okay. Turbulent air prevention 170 if we pick up turbulence. That's okay. Checklist complete. And we shall say index. No, we don't say index. We go normal procedures. That should be complete. Engine limitations. Torque, cruise, climb, IGT. They're all grand. We know about that. Checklist complete. If we go back one. Let's see. Index. Normal. Pre-flight. So parking brake is indeed set. Control locks have been removed. Landing gears in the down. Batteries on. Pitch, roll, rudder trim set to 0. For pitch trim, bring you down for takeoff. That seems a little bit far out though. Bring you up the road just a little bit. And then we know rudder trim for takeoff. Off you go to this. That's rudder trim. So what's this other one? Roll trim. Ah, very good. Roll trim she goes. Keep going. I'll do her. Pitch trim, no steady. They're all looking good. That's all looking good. Enter that. We'll use that as a backup. Yaw dampener can come on after takeoff. Mr. Chippy, good to see you, buddy. Happy Monday. Fuel quantity has been checked. Oxygen has been checked. Door is sorted. Battery, that's okay. Chocks, they're all done. Checklist complete. Now we want to go back and we'll go to before start. So circuit breakers checked. Seatbelts are grand. Parking, static source, they're okay. Ice protection off. Anti-skid on. Center reservation, that's okay. Standby instruments have checked. Power levers forward. Props full forward. Done. Condition levers, they're all done. Battery, that's okay. That's all okay. That's all okay. Transfer flow, avionics, that's okay. Oxygen pressure is confirmed. Lights are on. Alright. Recall. Clear. Do all these again. I like the way they turn green after you check them. Handy, isn't it? Alright, so normal procedure is engine start. So we've done all this. Let's double check. So ignition, that was all done. Voltage, that's all set. Oil pressure was grand. Generator reset and on. Gen ties are open. That'll reset them though. Triple fed bus is 26.5 to 28. 27, that'll do her. Gen ties normal. Left and right gens, we've checked all those. They're all okay. Checklist complete. Normal procedures, engine start, battery, we've done all that. Next page. Before taxi, we're going to say pitot or pilot and co-pilot avionics, they're done. Standby indicators are working. Bleed air valves, both. Blowers and temperatures they're okay. Temperature mode is in auto. Cabin lights, no smoke, and seat belts need to be on. They're checked. Strobes low. Taxi light will be coming on next. Pilot and co-pilot instruments have been checked. Flap forward ring retract. Aligning message is done. CDU time and day position is verified. Check that. Radar standby. Brakes released and checked. We'll do that in a moment. And then checklist complete. Next checklist after this is going to be for before takeoff. Stall warning will come on. Pitot on. Engine ice as required. Bleed air valves both. Transponder, annunciator, external lights. That's all grand there. Right. Now our squawk machine. So we're saying we are ATC, which is 1422. ATC standby. We're now live. ATC 1, that'll do her. We got a reply, that's working. Initialize the system on the right hand side. We're going to go to radar, weather, and we'll go radar screen over here as well. Alright, I think we're looking good, lads. Dare I say it. So cruise altitude for this flight is going to be flight level 190, so we can go ahead and pop that into this little box right here. That's vertical speed. We're going to go 190. All the way up we go. Murph, joined your VA. My home airport is Dallas. Will it give me flights? Yeah, you can do your own flights for the moment, and then we'll start adding in our hubs and all this kind of stuff. What did we say our altitude was? 190. So flight level 190. We can go an awful lot higher than that, but we'll keep it there. Vertical speed. We'll probably go IAS mode, to be honest. We'll go IAS mode, so we'll keep that fella down at the minute. Right, that's all grand, that's all grand. Props will come up themselves. This is all looking fine. Backup instruments are okay. Bleed systems are looking good. Anti-skid was already on. Our CO2, quick test, green light, and that's flashing. That's all lovely hurdling. Anything else we need to worry about, lads, no? Angle of attack, we have all our various tests we can do before we go. Main ones I want to do is going to be that of our stall. So we'll do the stall. Angle of attack should start coming up. Stall warning fail. Now why would stall warning on? There she goes. Shaker. There's the beep. There's the beep. And that's looking good. Jez, I got a fright there. I thought I broke it. So stall warning. That's okay. Angle of attack comes up again. And now we're looking good. I forgot to turn on the stall warning switch. Beep. Landing gear warning. Lights are flashing. Annunciator warning. Flashing. Bleed air warning. Now with that. That's all looking good. Right, I think we've enough checks done for this one. The range we have on this fella, what are we looking at? 75 miles. Let's bring this guy in. Let's call it, I don't know, 10 miles or so. Arc map. HSI. Arc map will do. Okay, so it's runway 18 is what we're doing. Transponder is already on. Flight director on. And we'll set this on heading. Aircraft cabin pressure, that's all okay. We'll put it in normal mode. Bleeds are okay. This is all okay. One up here to our lights. Cockpit lights are off. Overhead cabin, cabin aisle, bar lights are on here as well. Taxi lights are already ready to rock. And we'll start bringing down some of these. That'll do. That's looking good to me. Double check the engines. Everything's running the way we want. Small bit of damage on our engines, but we did that starting off many weeks ago, so nothing to worry about. Lafrita's good to see it. Where's this now? Ian McLeod, welcome in. Been in hospital the last few weeks. Jesus, you poor old devil. Looking forward to taking in some streams. Ian, good to see you, buddy. And feel better soon, man. Okay, double check flight controls. They're working. Off the brakes, small bit of power. Looks like they didn't want to disengage, but that's okay. And we'll hang a left here. So we're going to taxi on the Alphas all the way down, and it's up to runway 18. Alright. So brakes are working fine. Rather than hitting both brake pedals and you jump forward, just do a bit of left, bit of right, bit of left, bit of right. Alright, I think we're looking good. I don't think I forgot anything. We'll find out now in a second, lads. You know what I mean? We got a P180 behind us. And our taxi lights are on. Alright. So is everything reading what I showed? Smart cars, flap set, taxiing out. Yeah, we're looking good. Now let's look at our flight in here. So we're going to be taxiing up to runway 18. So it's on the Alphas, and then we're out of there. Once we depart, left turn coming up, and our FMS will take over. Or at least that's the idea. You know, if it goes wrong after that, we're going to blame someone else, lads. We'll blame someone else. Happy St. Intentions Living World Day. Absolutely flying tonight. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, hang on. I never put the route in. Jesus. I'll fix that now, lads. Save. Route. And save. Alright, route should be good, lads. Didn't realise Flying Fries is doing the hind. Oh, yeah. Now, no release date obviously yet. There's a lot of work to do in it, but yeah. Before takeoff, stall warning heat. I don't think I need them, but the stall heat is on. Pedo static is on. Co-pilot side as well. But I have a feeling, based on the outside air temperature, it's 26 degrees out there at the minute. So I'm going to leave those off for now. Engine ice protection don't need. Vent cable is on. Bleed air valves both. Transponder is on. Annunciator have been checked. External lights are on. Cockpit lights dim for departure. Windshield heat low. Are they low or off? It's off at the minute. We'll put it on low, but I think that'll give out to me. Engine auto ignition as required. Generator loads checked. Pitch and roll rudder trim we've done. And that looks good to me. Alright. Then we'll have takeoff. That's going to be brakes, hold, takeoff power, brakes, release, rotate, 8 degrees, landing gear up, flaps retract. Alright, we should be grand. The Great Hadoken, good to see you, buddy. Watch your speed here now as well. Use a bit of beta here. That'll help us out. There's full reverse. So that's ground, and then that's other. Now, does me full beta work? Yes. Yeah, full beta works. Alright, keep her moving. Just get a faster plane. This thing is like, Starship is a rocket. It's so fast. Look at the state of it. Okay, approaching 1-8. Light him up. And anti-collision can go to the whole shebang.
On runway 18.
Alright. And let's just hold her here. So heading mode, we want to reset heading, we're going to center it. So we're going to fly runway heading. Vertical speed, we can probably put that in a small bit. Let's call it 1500 feet. And we can arm vertical speed on this as well. So everything's armed with our autopilot. So after takeoff, we'll just engage the autopilot and then we can do all our stuff. Alright? So, we are walking, talking and squawking. Let's go flying. Are we ready? That could have been detrimental. Pitch, nose down, but that's okay. Alright. Let's go flying. So, hold the brakes, power coming in. Looking for the auto feather hold. Auto feather engaged. Off the brakes. And bring our power in. Alright, takeoff power is set. Watch the prop speed. There's 70. There's 80. 85, 90, 95, we're getting light now. 105, oopsie daisy. And there we have it, positive rate of climb, we're indicating the climb, tap the brakes, gear coming up. Alright. Beautiful climb out. Retract that main canard, nose will drop down, yaw dampener engaged, autopilot select, ease off our controls, autopilot is taken over. Looking good so far. Nice climb out. We're going up to 1,500 on the climb. We'll now go into IAS mode. IAS mode is engaged. She's going to hold this speed. We're going to make a left turn. 090. Engines are okay. Left turn coming in. Man, that's a sight. Alright, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, let's double check our flight here. That's looking good. Okay, another left turn coming in. We'll go for an intercept now, so we're going to call this one, I don't know, maybe 010 degrees. In actual fact, we'll go 360 and we'll put it on a course intercept. So let's go ahead and arm nav mode. So FMS should carry us out here. Passing 4,000 feet. And we're just waiting for nav mode to engage. So roll out, follow 360 degrees, and our entry point, once it's not any more than kind of 50 degrees, we're alright. So this should capture nav mode as we get in a little bit closer. Look at the HSI with this little line coming in. Let's see what happens. 10-mile deviation is quite okay as well. So can I go FMS on this side now? No. So let's see what this does. Engines are okay at the moment. Props are a little bit fast. We're still climbing. There's 7,000 feet. So takeoff, that's all done. Let's do our after takeoff. Climb out. Yaw dampener, we've already set. Climb power, 90% torque. And a little bit of torque to this one. Propeller sync wheel will turn on. Engine display, we're watching it. Cabin pressurization, that's okay. No smoking of seatbelts as required. Lights as required are going okay. So this little needle is moving in closer, and then we'll expect the aircraft to capture nav mode and start turning us to the right. BH Hassan, welcome in Hassan, good to see you buddy. Alright, there's our turn coming in. We've captured nav mode and we'll now continue on our merry little way. 9,000 feet, we're going up to flight level 190 and we're still in IES mode, giving us about 1,500 feet a minute on our climb. Speed is looking good. Outside air temperature is 15 degrees. I don't think I need the pedos just yet. And look at that beautiful, beautiful sky, man. Jesus, look at this. We're flying to Tbilisi, right? Oh wait, did I put in Georgia or Georgia? No, I'm right. It's the same. We're grand. Alright, there's 10,000. Go ahead and lights off. Taxi off. Wing nav. That's all looking good. Seatbelts off. Chill them all out back there. We'll use our heading here just to help us out. Keep it on the same heading. And we continue to climb. We're going to change our barometric pressure once we pass flight level 180. Let's look at our cruise. Climb power will be 97% torque. Auto feather will be off. Lights as required, and we keep an eye on everything. Alright. Let's see what happens. First content creator I've seen using VOR tracking. Well, you can use VOR GPS on this thing. I mean, anything with DME, I suppose. But yeah, it's fun. Center pressure, yeah, we don't do that until we get up to flight level 180. So it's all standard in the US versus in Europe. So it actually makes it a lot easier. You know what I mean? In the States, everything is... You'll keep changing your baro depending on the area you're flying in, but you don't put it onto standard until you pass flight level 180. Anything below flight level 180, it's referenced as altitude. 17,000 feet, 14,000 feet, whatever. Flight level only comes in after 180 upwards. Do you know? Are we learning something this morning? If so, don't tell anyone. Can be done. Alright, so we're climbing nicely. We're coming up on 16,000 feet and we're going to ramble all the way up to flight level 190. Speed is 180 knots at the moment, but we're at 240 over the ground. Cabin pressure, I think we're going to be okay. Like aircraft altitude, like realistically we're only going up to 190, so the cabin altitude is going to be quite low. We'll call it there. Keep it on normal. Rate increase, it is up. Power here is looking good. Fuel is looking good. Oh yeah, we better turn these guys off. So keep an eye on our torque. So our torque is currently at 84%. We're going to close off the inertial separator now. And let's watch that torque rise. We don't want it to overstress the aircraft. So it might jump up by about 20 or so. So we'll keep an eye on it. Look, it's at 86 at the moment. Gibbo's here. Good to see you, buddy. Out for a break. What did I miss? I don't know. It wasn't important. Hope you're well, buddy. Happy Monday. Okay, so there's flight level 190. We're going to go standard. Watch that torque. We're at 90%. 29902, 29902, and we're heading up to 190. We can do the same here. 29902. We're at 90% torque, and there's a separator is shut down. So we can go climb power, that's all done. Auto feather is turned off. Lights as required, engine display we're monitoring. Now, what does the prop need to be at? I imagine the props want to be down here at that little blue line. Most efficient, we'll call it. Keep an eye on our speed as we're doing this. Outside air temperature is 4 degrees. Again, I'm not going to worry about the pitot heat. Bring the prop down, 92%. I mean, we're absolutely booting it, lads, look. 220 knots indicated. That is giving us now 300 over the ground. The Starship is very fast. Alright, might get a couple of bumps along the way, but we should be okay. Beautiful views, man. Look at that. Imagine that as your office this morning, like, you know what I mean? Absolutely stunning. We're looking good. You're at 200 indicated. F1 movie was a 6 out of 10. Oh no, really? Ah, Jesus, Gibbo, really? I'd all me hearts out on it, but yeah, it was too Hollywood. You can do it. You understand me? You can do it. What's he doing? He's putting on a pair of shoelaces. You can do it, man. You understand me? That's the Hollywood edition of it. Hey, Crotty, good to see you. We're catching up on the Flight Sim Elite Stage presentations. I like the vision Meridian has, but I question their ability to deliver. You might say he's a dreamer. Getting the Xbox contract is a positive, but there are huge questions behind Xbox's future given the recent game studio layoffs. Yeah, 100%. I will come back for you. Do you understand me? Jesus. What a great way to ruin a movie. Love it. Right, okay. Aircraft is absolutely champing along here. Look at our speed, man. 232 indicated, 324 over the ground. What a machine this is. Cornwolf, loving the smart car. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? So we can see our flight tracking here now. Gear level raise, or gear lever raise, so on and so forth. We can see what our aircraft is doing. So we're on our way. So far, so good. Anyone else connected to the map? Just me? I'm all alone. There's no one here. Well, there is. I'm here. Yeah. Oh, man, look at that view. Look, Jesus. Isn't that gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, beautiful views. Right, so far we haven't died, and I haven't flown the Starship in ages, so this is great news. Great news, friends. We're doing something right. That's all we ever wanted to do. There's Blinky. There's Goose. There's Schuller ahead of us. Oh, look at that. Look at the atmospheric scattering and stuff. Just managed to see you on the map. I'm working. I'll just... Wait now. I am working just now, but we'll have a go later. Yeah, 100%. Great Hadoken with you on Join FS, but I have the beta in the sim, so I can't see anyone there.
Hello
So you're with me on Join FS, you say? Hello there. Who was that? Origin Unknown, welcome in. View aircraft. The Great Hadoken. You're 30 miles away, but you're in there somewhere. Come on yourself. Welcome in, Origin Unknown. Happy Monday, man. Alright. Aircraft, pretty much exactly the way we want it. Next is going to be our descent. So pressurization, we'll check the rate, standby altimeter, no smoking, power and light. Alright, we're looking good. I mean, for me, lads, this is good going. We haven't died yet. Weather radar, tilt it down a bit. Actually, if you turn on the gain, actually. Radar control, gain. Stick it on 3 there, and we'll tilt her down a bit. I doubt very much there's precip here, but we'll keep an eye on it. So OCF is the first waypoint, then it's over to Tebow, and our landing into KCRG. Let's have a look here. So it's runway 14 she's given us. In from the north, flights, approach. We have an RNAV or a VOR. So we have an RNAV. We'll add that in. So let's have a look at the old RNAV, shall we? Channel 63031. Final approach is going to be 141. Dixon is our first one at 3,000 feet. So Dixon, right? So this thing can do an arrival. So if we go to flight plan, what's this? This is the approach. ILS 32, so it's an RNAV for 14. Vectors. Now, can we get final? Or is it the Gobdi? I saw Gobdi. Let's go Gobdi. Alright. So, if we zoom out this little fella Rooney here, we'll actually see it. Yeah, she's loaded in. Nice! Our approach is loaded in. Super duper! Sandman, love the Starship. He's spending some time in the Piaggio as well. Yeah, Piaggio's really good. You and 6 Knots must have done some work between yesterday and today. New stuff wasn't on smart cars. Yeah, we were doing a lot of work on it. Sorry, Murray, good to see you, buddy. Are we able to use smart cars yet? Because every time I try to do a flight, it keeps saying you're not allowed to use this aircraft. We probably have them locked down, sorry, Murray, yeah. I need to change that. Like, a lot of them is going to be the case that if you're a new pilot, I think you start off with like a Cessna 172 or a 152 or something. You know what I mean? Captain Kenobi, welcome in, my dude. Enjoying the stream for your lunch break. You're very welcome in. Love your work. Love your work. In particular, the OWL podcasts. I hope you're well, buddy. The Starship is it's just an incredible aircraft. It's so detailed, it can overwhelm you. However, I mean, you can still just treat it as any other aircraft. If you want to delve into some of the systems, well, you can, you know. But it's like everything. It's the more you fly it, the more things you kind of figure out. I mean, yes, you can read the manual is absolutely incredible, but manuals with me, I try and do stuff, and that's how that works. I mean, that's what you can do with a sim. You can't do it in the real life, but in the sim you can, you know. You're trying to use the longitude in a TBM. Yeah, try a 172, Sai. See if that works. Because I imagine we have some aircraft locked down. I imagine. I better check that with 6 knots. Okay, so new pilots can only fly GA single prop until they reach 1 hour. Right? So single prop general aviation. You have to do an hour in that. No, they shouldn't be all locked. You should be able to get in with one of them. Alright, we're cruising nicely here, flight level 190. Do we have information on our altitudes? How can we get that now? So our flight plan, right? If I go to... If I go to index, right? And... let's see here now. If I go to index, trip planning, right? Enter a waypoint. So let's put in Tebow. So T-E-B-O-W. Oh, must be an airport. KCRG. KCRG. Bearing, distance, or fuel. Okay, so that's just for fuel trip. I'm not worried about that. How can I get information in relation to... If I click on Tebow... Ah, here we go. So if I were to say insert, replace, add radial or an offset, insert waypoint, no. What about me VNav stuff? Well, there isn't VNav, I suppose, so that kind of fixes that, doesn't it? Right, that's the end of that. Merv, is there a way I can transfer my flight hours to smart cars? I saw the option when I set it up, but I forgot to apply it. There are ways to do it, Neil, but what? Yeah, there are ways to do it. But I think for Firefly Air, we'll keep the hours, we'll start everyone on 0, because then we can monitor how long or how much time people are spending with the smart cars version. Does that make sense? Or at least that's the way I'm going to start it off. We'll change it after, but I just want to see what the usage is going to be like. Looking forward to the Aero Commander. Oh yeah, there's a video I love watching, and there's an Aero Commander in it, right? Where is this now? Ah, nice one. Thanks, not, you know, I've just got that. There is a VNav button, but I've not played with it. But there's no VNav in relation. There's no VNav from the autopilot perspective. I mean, there's this, right? Or maybe this is it. Dix. Oh yeah, hang on. Altitude. And hang on now. Bring up the star. So at Dixon we need to be at, well actually at Godby we need to be at that, but at Dixon we need to be at 3,000, right? So if I put in 3,000, so target V speed is going to be right now, we want to start descending now at 1,100 feet a minute. Okay, well let's do that. So if we go over to here and we'll go V speed, let's call it 1,100 feet, and we'll go V speed. Now we need to watch our speed as we do this. So power coming back a little smidgen. And let's see what happens. That's the one, Arizona. That's the one, Malky. Yeah, hang on. I'll get the videos for you, lads. It's absolute. I love watching this video. Hang on. So it's a C. What is it? Oh Jesus, what is it? Air ambulance pilot day in the life. This is just brilliant. So this guy, here's a link to it. This guy flies an Air Commander. What's her speed doing? Okay. This guy flies the Air Commander.
Pilots like me.
Real life,
Well,
right?
Here it is, finally. The video you are about to watch will give you a glimpse into the life of a fixed-wing medevac pilot flying single pilot, IFR, and VFR under Part 135. For those contemplating this career field, hopefully this video will help you make an informed decision.
Exciting, but it's a big part of the job.
He goes through
Not
his
all medevac
full.
jobs will have the schedule.
He goes through his full weekly schedule, so I think it's like 7 on, 7 off.
Will be a day shift.
On call 7 days.
October 1st.
And he flies in
So
and
you're
around
correct.
Arizona. So that's the machine he flies, the Air Commander. It's absolutely gorgeous looking. I think the Shrike used to make these years ago, or that was the manufacturer, Shrike, right? But that's the Air Commander. So basically, he goes through all his day stuff. They use ForeFlight. They go through all their day stuff, what life is like. He does a full walk around with the aircraft. Because he basically, the aircraft, he has to sign for the aircraft for that week that he's on call. So he'll do 7 days day, 7 days off, 7 days on night shift, 7 days off. That's what he does, right? And it's air ambulance. So like, they have a crew house that he lives in, right? So he leaves home, drives to the crew house. That's where he lives for the few days. You know, he shows the setup, computers. He's a flight sim in there. That's where he does all his flight planning. Sky Vector, as we use it in flight sim, it's used in the real world. He goes through all his different flights. And that, again, this is all with ForeFlight, so it's checking for any NOTAMs that he's looking at, right? And then you'll see where he gets the call. So he's a mission coming in, right? Drives to the airport, preps the airplane, pulls it out the hangar, and then he goes on mission. And he flies a mission, so it's an air ambulance. So they have the person, the Casevac is loaded, and they fly to it, refuel, ambulance picks them up. It's very, very interesting. It's a great insight. It's a great insight into what these lads have to do. So yeah, definitely check that one out, lads. Right, 2992 is no longer valid. Goosh. 3008. That looks good. That looks good. And we'll go 3008. We are still descending. She wants 1,200 feet a minute. 1.2 will do it. And that's to be at 3,000 feet when we get up to here. So we can see the altitude is dropping nicely, right? Really looking forward to Black Square's version. Yeah, absolutely. It's like a grown-up islander. It really is. Savage power. Cardiac splash, welcome in. Right, 250 indicated, 338 over the ground. We are booting it. We're about to approach the waypoint at Tebow, and then we need to be at 3,000 feet once we get to Dixon. And the VNAV profile on this is telling us now, if I reduce my speed, watch, look at this. If I reduce my speed, that will lessen or shallow out the rate of descent that I need, the vertical speed target. So I'm reducing power now. You can see the power coming down, and you'll see this number starting to reduce. So it'll probably go back to like 1,100 feet a minute, which makes sense, right? I mean, if I'm slowing down, I don't need to be as steep. I can be more gradual. So we're looking good. While we're here, pick up the weather. So we'll go to airports, we'll go to the executive, we'll open up the airport, check the weather. Winds are calm, good visibility, clear skies. Temperature and dew point are very, very, very close together. That's usually meaning you could get fog. So we'll keep an eye out. We can kind of see the visibility ahead though. So we'll see how we get on. We're descending nicely though. Mrs. GPHI is here. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, really looking forward to the to that airplane. It's an absolute cracker, lads. It really is. United Rampy, welcome in. Happy Monday, guys. Hope you're having a great day. We're flying here in Starship. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I don't know, man. I really like this thing. I just think it is a beautiful, beautiful machine. It's so naff and weird looking. That's why I like it. It's so different, and it flies so different. Like nothing flies like friggin' the Starship. And you talk about systems depth. This thing, absolutely incredible. I want to get it and learn it. It's on the list. There's so much learning on this. And it's a great airplane. Like if you you know, if you spend time learning something like Starship, when it comes to the airlines, because you kind of have the skills to kind of, you know, deal with all the information and understand how all these little systems work, it actually makes life a little bit easier, you know? A high fidelity island hopper would be such a great option for Microsoft Flight Sim. What is that, Willie? Do I use any mods for smoother sim, or is it default? It's all default. Oh, the Dukes are awesome. Yeah, the Dukes are just incredible. Right, look at the detailing though, isn't it gorgeous? What a machine. And like, an awful lot of people just don't like the look of it. They're just like, nah, it looks weird, it's not my cup of tea. And I get that, but like, I'm usually the same. I'm like, no, it looks ridiculous. But it is fantastic. It is a great airplane to fly. And it's only when you start flying it that you kind of start saying, Jesus, you know, it is good looking. And it is good looking. I mean, nothing else looks like it. It's fab and groovy. Very pretty though. It's a bit like myself, you know, the longer you look at it, it eventually becomes a little bit easier on the eyes, you know? Wait, what? Who's still laughing? Blocko, 100%, man. Zith, good to see you, buddy. Tis just a lovely, lovely craft. Alright, 7,500 feet. Watch your speed. She was going up fairly fast. Here's the gear warning horn, that's okay. We can turn that off if we need to, but we should be okay. I see images like this and my wallet starts to quiver, right? Piper, good to see you. Happy Monday, buddy. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's very much a real work of passion on this thing. Citation X, yes, the C750 due to release on Thursday. We're going to be checking it out on Wednesday live on the stream, lads. Flight Effects are going to be joining us, and we get to learn a little bit more about the project and obviously a first look at the aircraft as we take it through its paces. So that's a beautiful, beautiful looking aircraft. Oh man, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I expect to see a lot of Citations flying on Thursday for sure, defo. I had to sneeze, goes untied. My phone never rang either. Right, I mean, you know, we'll ring you back. Yeah, thanks. Great bunch of lads, great bunch of lads. Steve Claxton, good morning. Need a study level MU2. The Mitsubishi. That's a nice plane as well, yeah. Did I get a look at the 7.5 at Expo? I did. Like, it's not ready, obviously. I mean, they're working on it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that thing when it comes out. Definitely looking forward to that thing when she comes out. It'll be a lot of fun. Alright, altitude is dropping nicely. Target V-speed, I didn't like that. 616, so we're on target to reach that, so we can actually shallow out our rate of descent here. So we want to be down at 3,000 feet. We'll call it 900 feet. Stick on the old seatbelts. And all our lights are looking good. So as we're descending, pressurization, altitude, we've already checked all that. That's looking good. The rate as needed, that's all okay. Standby altimeter. We'll set that for, well, it is set. No smoking is done. Power's good. Lights are on. Checklist complete. And we'll do our landing before landing. So we're going to say approach speed. We'll do that. Pressurization. Auto feather. We're going to rearm. Flap
there.
and wings. Look after those. Autopilot. Radar as required. Yaw dampener will be turned off. And we'll be good. United Drampy, thank you very much indeed. United Rampy, rather. United Rampy. United Rampy, thank you very much indeed for the follow. Good to see you, buddy. Shervin's a lovely guy. Great interview. Yeah. Yeah, no, the team are lovely. Like, they're so passionate about that thing. You know. Is this plane coming out on 2020? I don't think so, Steve. I think this is a 2024 only aircraft. I think. Could be wrong, but that's my understanding. Same with the Aerostar. At the moment, they're all planned for 24. Alright, so altitude now just dipping under 4,000 feet. Gobdi is looking good. Then it's going to be it's going to be a right hand turn as we approach Dixon, and then we're heading straight in for the RNAV approach for runway 14. So a nice little John so far this morning. We'll get our approach speeds and all that done and set up. Once we reach 3,000 feet, we'll hold, and our approach speed is about 140. Barry, good to see you. As a latecomer, what is this plane? This is the Beech Starship. A very unique airplane. Beautiful. One of the most in-depth aircraft you can get in Microsoft Flight Sim. In particular when it comes to general aviation. The Starship is available for 2020. There's 2 installers. There you go. Thank you, 09TIR. I wasn't aware. Happy days. So it's a 2020 aircraft as well. Happy days. Steve Claxton, you can now turn that frown upside down, man, and be much happier about things. Outside air temperature is 27 degrees. We didn't need our pitot heats here at all. Now you should have held at 3,000, you devil. So, vertical speed. You're wrong. Come out to 3,000, please. We want to hold at 3,000 feet. We're going to add a bit of power. Why didn't you do that now? Up the hill, please. Or maybe I didn't hit altitude. That makes sense. Alright, so we're going to V-speed. We're turning here at Dixon. Just get back up to 3,000 so we know what we're doing. Watch your speed. And we can hold it there. Alright, lights are on. Cabin is prepared. We're going to focus on our approach here now. Speed's coming down nicely. Leave the props alone. Beautiful morning up here, isn't it? Gorgeous. Okay, so we're on the RNAV approach, runway 14. That'll do it. Speed's coming down nicely, 175. Keep her dropping. Runway's over there somewhere. Oh no, runway's dead ahead, look. Alright. Let's try approach mode. We're a little bit high. I wonder what should take over. I wonder. Approach is set. We're just not getting any of the altitude for this. Okay, we'll do it manually. Autopilot off. I have control. And we'll start bringing that power back a smidgen. Increase our props just to help us with some speed here. I take it that's me runway ahead of me. Yes. So there's 140. Gear coming down. Yaw dampener off. We're looking good. Auto feather needs to go back on. Prop sync off. Alright. Little steep approach, but that's okay. 140 is looking good. Little bit of wind. 14 knots on our side, lads, look. Over Fort Benning. Ooh, nice. Commander Balosh is here, good to see you. 777, welcome in. AccuSim Aerostar update. Nice. Yeah, they got a couple of... They have a lot of updates to make to it, so yeah, they're working on it, man. Ooh, look at the crosswind here, lads. This is interesting. Alright, speed 120. Prop is good. Watch your speed. Keep it above the blue. Alright, we're on the glide. Easy now. Did it flood? It could, photogrammetry, yeah, it could look shagged.
Approaching 14.
Easy, does it?
3,900 feet available.
Hopefully we don't need that much. Slightly off the glide. Nose down a smidgen. Ooh, it's windy. Jesus, you can really feel it. Easy now.
Caution! Short runway. Short runway.
You're grand. We'll be fine. It is a short runway. Well, should be grand. Alright, speed 120. Gear down. Bring those props up. As soon as we get touchdown, we'll go straight into beta. We're good and low here. Hold the nose. Hold. Hold. hold, hold. There's a touch. Full beta.
2,000 feet remaining.
70 knots.
1,000 remaining.
Manual braking. And we'll exit off here to the right. Alright. Easy does it. Out of beta. And we'll ramble over here to the right. Alright. 89 feet will take it. Bring that canard back in. Easy now. Out of beta we go. Watch your speed around the ramp. And we'll park up here on the right somewhere. Easy does it. Good. Jesus, didn't see us there. Easy. Get ourselves straightened up. There we go. You're alright, you're alright. And that'll do it. So, park and brake engaged. That should have been turned back on, so I made a critical, terrible mistake. But sure, listen, we'll get over ourselves. ATC, standby. And what else do you want to do here now? We're going to go into low idle. Bleeds off. Temperature mode off. Stall warning off. Windows down. They should have been open. What else do you want to do here now? Let me see. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Autopilot unit is okay. Kill the caution. Pneumatic pressure is low. That's okay. We turn off the bleeds. We will now disengage the pilot avionics. Right side coming down. Auto feather off. Left side coming down. Generators are going to start dropping off. That's all okay. Go ahead and turn off the gens. Gens are off. We'll stay on battery power here for the moment. Come on up here. We'll turn off wing lights. Nav lights probably. Master light switch can come off. That looks good to me. Alright, so standby off. Blower off. ECAS off. And battery off. Lovely, jovely. Oxygen close. Bring up our tablet here. Let's have a quick look here. So we burnt a good shot of fuel. Look at that. Put the wheel chocks in, and we will put the gear pins in so she doesn't fall, and cabin door can be opened. And that is our first flight complete. Nice. It's a great little plane, isn't it? It's fine. The sand you ingested gave the engines a lovely polish. Yeah, yeah. Right, that was pretty. So that's our first flight done. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Alright, so we'll sit tight here. Let's go have a look at smart cars. So flight is done. What do we landed here? Touchdown, 92 feet a minute, 1G. That's ideal. Taxi to gate, flaps, engine off. That's all done. I'm happy enough with that. We're going to submit that as a PIREP. And let's see what happens next. Done. Accepted. Give it a second here to load. We'll get a full briefing. Here we go. Flight complete. I'm happy enough with that. We flew passengers. Now, what do we get for that? Let's go ahead and look at Firefly Air, shall we? So it's over here, dashboard. So if we do a quick refresh, Flights 2, total hours 2 hours. Your balance is now $200. Jeez, we got shag all money for that, didn't we? Right, dashboard. That's all grand. So 2 flights have been done. My balance is 203. And I think we have some new pilots after signing up here as well, which we do. You're all very welcome in, lads. Flights, they're all the other flights, and then trips. So don't worry about the trips for the moment. Yeah. The Smart Cars client, it is Schutz. It is. So if you head on over to fireflyair.twotonmurphy.com and register, it'll ask you to register, right? You can get in and see what the crack is. So these are my reports. This one here is a draft. That was Heathrow in. I need to delete that. Delete that pirate because I didn't actually do that. There we go. I like how many action Smart Cars records. Yeah, it does a lot. Like, you'll see it. If I go in here and look at this St. Petersburg, this flight here. So that's the original flight. And we can see the status, the state, and notes. But there's other stuff in the background. And this is what makes it friggin' nuts, right? So, for instance, I can go into expenses here. There are no expenses. That's good news. Finances. So, our virtual airline at the moment, right? We spent €856 on fuel. Ground handling has cost us 500. The pilot has cost 203. That was my wages, right? The sub-fleet, because that's the aircraft we're renting. So we have a total of 1,763. That's because any of the flights I'm doing, I'm not generating revenue for those flights. If there were a company flight, so for example, we have a look at a flight here, and we could say, you know, this flight here, we can put in all sorts of stuff. So we can say, right, the airline, the pilot pay, right? Loading factors if we want to do. The route, we can put these in scheduled routes. Any remarks, what subfleet are allowed, and any fares. So we can put in a standard fare. So down the very bottom here, we can say, well, look, the capacity based on number of passengers, the price of tickets, the cost, and what we want to do as well. So you can kind of see where the whole economy mode starts picking itself up. It's quite interesting what this thing can do, you know. But that was a nice flight. So we're going to be planning our next flight now. Who's that beside us? Look, in a mad looking airplane. It's very TBM looking, isn't it? Or maybe she's PC-12. That's a PC-12. Ooh, nice. That's a PC-12 right beside us. Shuller Pilot, have a great day, buddy. Have a great day. Have a longitude with us here as well. Look, nice. So what we're going to do, we're going to get ourselves set up for our second flight, and that's going to take us right out of Jacksonville Executive, and we're going to head up to Augusta Municipal. That's our next flight that we're going to do. So we'll go ahead now and start planning that with SimBrief, and then we'll start popping it into the aircraft. So let's see. Same aircraft is already in. We're going to do a new flight. Yeah, the Starship is so nice. So we're going to depart from KCRG, and we want to head up to Kilo Alpha Golf Sierra, and we're going to go in a Starship once again. There GB. Let's load it in. Got an hour 30 block on this. Fairly straightforward. One waypoint along the way. Habel, right? And we'll go ahead and generate this flight. The longitude is the Great Hadoken. Nice. The longitude is nice, but that 750 is just, you know. Flight level 240 on this one. Average wind 192 at 9. Bit of a tailwind. Wind component positive rate of 8, so we're getting a bit of a tailwind. Let me see here now. Passengers 5, block fuel 866. All right. Let's go ahead and pop this into Navigraph, and we'll do the same on both sides. Unload that flight, reload this flight. Yeah. Who's this now? Captain Ollie Shaw, thank you very much indeed for your Twitch Prime subscription for 2 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, buddy. Really do appreciate all the support. Right, flights, we're going to unload this. We're going to grab a new one now from SimBrief, and we'll horse it in there. And while we're doing that, we can close that chart. So that's what we're looking at. So it's going to give us a new flight. Let's see here now. Import from SimBrief. Runway 32 is what she wants. Departures, it's straight out. So that's what the flight looks like. Fairly straightforward. 68 miles, then 121. and it's runway 26 when we ramble up here to Cags. Now we can do an approach, ILS. No, we do have an RNAV for 26, and let's have a look. We can go in there at, actually, no, it's going to be final. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be on final. So we're going to add that to our route. So I'm happy enough with that. Runway 32 is our departure now, slightly different instead of 14. So let's go and have a quick look. So runway 32 down the very, very bottom. That's interesting. She's flying us out the other direction. Let's have a look at the runways here. No that. Runway, but there's no wind, so yeah, it really doesn't matter. All right, okay. So let us get ourselves situated back inside the aircraft, and fuel, we'll top it up again. We'll go 50 gallons in each, and we're still okay here. Engines 81 and 87. I haven't damaged them since I first damaged them, so we'll keep that there for the moment as well. Gear pins, wheel chocks, they're all where they need to be. Smart cars are going to bring up a new flight, so we'll come on in here. We're going to create a flight. Select the aircraft, Starship, active, flight type passenger, cruising altitude for this one is flight level 240, and we're going to bring this in from SimBrief, and that's where we're going from. That all looks good to me. That's our route, and we're going to create. All right, so we're on the ground here. Bit not found. We detected flight, but no matching bit was found. What's this one? View on the map, there she is, she's loading in, and she has it. Right, lovely jubbly. So that's all loaded in. We're going to go back into our aircraft now. We're going to get some power into the machine. I can't really get a pushback here, but we can ask them for a pushback. We're not on ground power, so let me see. If I remove the wheel chocks, remove the gear pins, and we'll get the cabin door closed, and we'll request a pushback just so we can turn this machine around, right? That's going to be the handiest. So we're going to come off the brakes as we're sitting tight, and we're just going to allow them push us back here. It should be just straight back a little bit, because we have that PC-12 just here beside us. It's all terribly exciting, lads, isn't it? Yes. So the pushback fella is going to connect into us, then we'll start worrying about setting up the aircraft for power and all the jazz. Have you thought about giving the CRJ a spin? Yes, I have. They dropped a new update. Yeah, I haven't flown it yet, but I will be flying it soon. I'm mad to fly the CRJ update. Looking forward to that. Probably fly that tomorrow or Wednesday or something. I'll fly that though. Sunjammer is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Right, that'll do with the pushback. Thanks for playing. Good luck and thanks. And we'll put on our park and brake. And now we start off once again with what we're doing. So bring these guys out the way. Cabin blower, gyro instruments standby. They come on. Master battery switch engage. Fuel is looking good, and we have now fuel in the rear. Master lights can come on. Nav lights are already on. Wing lights can be activated. No smoking and seatbelts. That's all grand. That's all grand. And we'll cancel these. We'll put our ECAS system on so we can monitor what's happening. And from here, we're going to be putting in power into the aircraft. So inertial separation is already open. Condition levers are off. We're set to ground idle. Stick the owl fans on. There we go. And we're going to go for a start on this machine. So in terms of fuel and all the jazz, we don't need it. Separators are already open. So we're going to go for a start on the right side. We have 25.9. We have enough there to give this machine a start. So let's see what happens. So power coming in. Greg, no worries at all, buddy. Okay, now remember, our ITT is going to have a bit of power in it already, so, or a bit of temperature, so we're not dealing with cold engines here. So give it a full spin. There's 18. Power coming in. Watch the ITT. She shall peak at 705. 705, that's good. N1 is still rising. We'll turn on the generator here now in a moment. We're looking for 50%. There's 50. Gen reset and on. Right, generator's working, and we have power coming in. We continue on with our flows. We want our oxygen system on. And we'll go for start on the left side. Great sounds, isn't it? Great sounds. Okay, N1 is spun up. Fuel coming in. Watch her ITT. She peaks at 717. Alright, N1 is rising. There's 50%. Generator left, reset and on. We're looking good. Continue with our flows. Self-test, all that jazz is coming in. Bleed systems to both. Temperature auto. Anti-skid is engaged. Sync is off. And we're looking good. Alright. So everything's in test mode at the moment. Sounds across all their aircraft are brilliant. They really are. P.S. Mirandai. Hello there. Good to see you, buddy. So quick check on all our instruments and we'll get in now and start planning our flight. Initialize the system. Our data and position is okay. Route library is fine. We're going to go straight into fuel management. Let's just double check the fuel we have on board. Fuel on board 2936. Enter. Enter. That looks good to me. Flight plan is going to be next. So we need a new flight plan. Let me see. If I go to system, no. If I go to nav, route library, no. FMS. How do we... How do we delete this? Enter airport data. This is interesting. Limbix, you take care, buddy. Right, I need to figure out this one. So I need to initialize the system. That's grand. Route library. That's grand. Trip planning or FMS data. This is what I want to delete. Black Cat Music, good to see you. Yeah, you could give it new data. Nav source. Radar control or bearing. There is a way to delete this. Think now, Murph. Think. Your plan map? No. Route library. Inspect waypoints. Initialize your system. Update position. But that's not going to do me route. Just lawn dart it and call it a day? Oh, there's a way to do this. I just would have thought there was an easier way than doing this. Right, we'll start at the beginning. So we have KCRG. From there, it's direct to Hable, Hable, and then it's direct CAGS. Okay. What else do we want to do? It's runway 32 in our departure. That's all fine. Course, all that is grand. VNAV Habel. Not too worried about that. Let's go back into flight plan here. Add waypoints. No. Advanced waypoint. No. Leave that alone. ATC, we'll put in a new code. 1453. Flight plan looks good. Radar systems, keep the radar over here. We were doing our whatchamacallit. We were doing our checklist, but they're working fine. Flight level 240, in you go. We're looking good here, looking good there. Okay, standby, stick it on. Here is good, there is good. So I'm gonna say it's 240. We'll set an initial climb of 1,500 feet a minute. That's all okay, that's all okay. 3006. That's all okay. Bit of gain there if we need it. Flight director can be turned on. Heading mode will be turned on. V-speed will be turned on when we need our autopilot. Quick checking our electrical systems. They're all looking good to me. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Right. Let's see what happens. You were there. You saw flight plan delete. Was there one there for the... Was there? Yeah, we're okay. Where is this now? Look at me out, HSI for the plan, that's okay. Nav source is FMS, radar's okay. And bring the range out. Hable and CAGs. Select course 360. Well, it will be 360, I suppose. No, we want it on. Course transfer. What else are we doing here now? 12 minutes, 35 and 35. Alright, that works. Flight plan, that looks good to me. Maps. AV8, good to see you, buddy. Happy Monday. Alright, so we want runway 32 for our departure. So it's not actually very far. Where can we taxi? We'll go Alpha Charlie and across. Alpha Charlie and across. Alright, taxi lights coming on. Overhead cabin bar. Low lights for the anti-collision. That looks good to me. Off the brakes. Brakes off. Now a smart car's reading its thing. It is. And we're working. Elevatex. Complete that flight. Yes. Start tracking. There's a new flight. Thank you. And LRM is up and running, which it is. Alright, sweet. Alright, here we go again. Stall warning needs to be activated. We're slightly off balance with our centre of gravity, but we're alright. Okay, around to the right here. DeBlaze, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well, man. Alright. Should get a fairly lively departure out of here. So we'll go Charlie and then Fox. Although if we stay on Charlie, we'll stay on Charlie. Alright, stay on Charlie. So humid down in Georgia right now. Jamma, is it really? Where are you based, Jamma? Oh, it's good to me. Flight controls. Feel good?
Approaching runways.
Alright, we want 3-2 for this one. Easy now. Easy now.
On runway 05. 100 feet remaining.
Keep returning.
On runway 32. 3,600 feet remaining.
DC? Ah, nice. To delete the flight plan, press the soft key to the left of any waypoint. It'll display change type. Ah, gotcha. Okay, sweet. How do you connect all your extra monitors to your PC? Straight to the graphics card. They all go into the back of the graphics card. I'm not sure. Hang on, is that working? Hang on. So, where is this now? So, right. This monitor here, the long one, this one here, and this one here, they all go into one graphics card. These other monitors, they're on a different PC. If that makes sense. And then I've other monitors behind me, they're all on separate machines. They're all on different stuff, do you know? Right, I think we're looking good. We're saying heading mode now, so we should put... There's a man sitting on the runway. We'll put heading into heading. Okay, all of that. Heading is locked. Autopilot has heading armed and V-speed. That's all good. You're in DC. Nice. Right, okay, so we're going to advance the power. Auto feather, green light. Off the brakes, power coming in. Takeoff power set, airspeed, alive.
Caution! Short runway! Short runway!
This could be hilarious, Jemima. What do you reckon when we get off? There's 60 knots. 70. 80. Oh, Jesus. She had every reason to worry. 100. Upsy daisy. Positive rate of climb. She had every reason to worry. Flap bin, yaw dampener, autopilot. Jesus. That was close. That was close. Watch our torque. 99%. We're giving it full welly here. Climbing nicely. Let's go into IAS mode. Up the hill we go. Alright. A very good steep climb out. We're way off our track at the moment. So we'll keep flying on this heading. We can arm nav mode. Oh, interesting. It's going to get a tighter track in it. That's better. VRAS, that's the one. Yeah, so I have another program running for our VRAS stuff. I don't know where she's gone. She was there. There she is. Really handy. Okay, 95. Yaw dampener is engaged. Prop sync on. Let's lower the torque. And let's close off the inertial separation. And that torque will start coming back up itself. 5,000 feet. Keep an eye on the torque. This guy will eventually move in, then we'll turn right. 90%. Fuel pressure's good. Now, I wonder. I mean, we are going the right way and all, but like, is that actually going to log in? It should do, shouldn't it? Because I have a feeling that's going to try and intercept a track that isn't actually there. So let's go back to heading here for the minute. Because I reckon she's not pointing in the right direction, do you know what I mean? So if we turn to 360 right now, I reckon only then will it start actually tracking this. Because this guy will move in once we're close enough. That makes sense? Dougal, good to see you. How will I ever get my PC rebuild finished when you keep streaming? Jesus. It's good to see you, Dougal. There's 10,000 feet. Seatbelt signs off. Now I have a suspicion this fella is going to start tracking in here soon. But for the moment, let's leave it alone. We'll see what happens. Because we're saying we're going Hable. Now I could try a direct too, that will fix it. Yes. I didn't like that. From present position to Hable. How do we do this now? We need to do an intercept. HABLE. We'll turn on nav and enter. Okay. Alright, that'll do her. That'll do her, friends. Nav is on FMS, yes. So this should turn us until we're on an intercept. Wait, that's not right. Is it? That'll fix it, Murphy. Right, we're good now. So according to, it's not going direct though. be a direct too. Now you're thrashing. It's trying to catch the line course. Yeah. Sunday's flight will be in 2020 for me. Yes, indeed, Retriever Neil. Right, I think I fixed it. Flight level 180. Let's go standard. And standard. And standard. Lovely. Thank you for following. Slinger, welcome aboard. Would that be South African Slinger? What's happening, Blue? Alright, 150 indicated, 210 over the ground. We're climbing fairly steep for this. How's our oil pressurization looking? I mean, it looks okay. Alright, we're looking okay. Keep her lit. In a box, man. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, sure thing, Slinger. All good, man. In a box, man. How are you? How's your t-shirt? Have you only worn it and nothing else yet? Nav 240 is what we want. Indicated airspeed mode. We're at 76% now. Let's oomph up a bit of torque here for the crack. Ah, oh, Betsy. Got some good Snickers, right? More to good man yourself. Nottingham can't get any work done either. Flight level 220. Oh, look at the view. Jesus, lads. Alright, we're doing well. Cabin altitude is good. This seems slightly off, but I mean, you know, we're okay. 1,000 feet to go. That is rather pretty. It's friggin' gorgeous up here, isn't it? Look at that. Stadia. Can't get any work done, but it's purely because of a mad weekend full of poor dietary choices and loud noises. Loud noises! Murph, guess what age I forgot to keep his 2020 add-ons before a fresh install? Means I can't install my DC6 to 24 without reinstalling 2020. Ouch. Ouch. There is, Neil, yes. 0.92 I think is available now. Okay. We're looking good. Turn off the auto feather. Keep the prop in the green range. Increase the L torque because we can. And watch that airspeed absolutely start booting it. Oh, there was a bit of turbulence, see that? Jesus. And yet nothing on me map. If I keep tilting this, will it hit the aircraft, I wonder? No. Give it about 5, we see what happens. MSFS official, good to see you. So we're here flying Starship in Flight Sim 2024, and look at the absolute state of that view. Look, imagine if that was your office today. Like, look, it's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. So we started off, we flew out of St. Petersburg in Florida, and we did our first stop into Jacksonville Executive. Now we're going from Jacksonville Executive out of Florida up to Augusta in Georgia, and it's very pretty, very, very pretty. Starship is an absolute blast to fly. 91 on torque. Let's bring that up another little smidgen. Outside air temperature is -4. We'll want the albedos on at this stage. And, well, how is it all kind of looking here? It's looking good. Cabin, a very comfortable 17 degrees. 30 degrees in the avionics bay, 23 degrees in behind our panel here. Everything's looking good. I haven't broken anything yet, right? Are we playing golf when we land? Poor. Actually, that's the thing we need to do. Oh, hang on. Engine condition not well. Oh no. Is that because it's too hot? The ITT? Oh, it is. No. Murphy, you've done it again. Eat it. What's the going rate of, a Pratt & Whitney PT6 engine price? Ooh, they're about £500,000 each, all the way up to £1 million. Right. Well, I've absolutely made. Well, I mean, look at the left engine 62 and 72. I can't believe it. I made a terrible mistake. I was going for torque without monitoring the ITT. Oh, it's grand. Totally fine, right? How is that going to work for the airline? We already have like minus 1,700. Yeah, Murphy went flying. He's cost us $1 million, and that's only one engine. $400,000 USD, or that is US dollars, for a hot section. Ouch. Claim it on warranty. Dear bank manager, my name is Murph, and I am the breaker of things. Oh, I can't believe I'm after doing that. There I was, minding everything. Oh, yes. No. It's the ITT. I didn't keep an eye on it. It was in the red zone. And sure, all that's doing is breaking the engine. Look, the condition. Oh, no. Any failures? No, not yet, though. Can't believe. Who's in charge? That's an absolute disaster. We'll have to subsidise Murphy's flying. That's really embarrassing. Yeah, Murphy, I was watching your stream there. I was learning a lot. You learn nothing.
Doesn't matter what I do.
Gibbo loves this song.
She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country
I put the car in swinger, baby.
Naughty Gnome gifting 5 tier 1 subs to everyone here on Twitch. What an absolute ledge. Naughty Gnome, thank you very, very much indeed. Who's the song by? A Blind Harpoonist. Naughty Gnome, thank you very much indeed. What a legend. Lads, if you just got a tier 1 sub, thanks to Naughty Gnome. And do be sure to say thank you.
I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. Ah. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl.
It's just the maddest looking thing you've ever seen. Jason, that was loud. It's a very pretty plane. And I've only gone and broke the engines, but listen, you know, I mean, that could have happened to anyone. We'll blame someone else for it, you know. It's only gorgeous. A plane only a mother could love. It's just so pretty. Right, how are we looking? Not breaking anything else now since the last couple of minutes. Things are looking good, friends. Things are looking up. Look at all the screens. There's 14 screens in this. 14 of them. And each screen is actually built with redundancy. So for example, if you lost one, right? Well, I'll show you, look. You can do this, or that, or hang on now. You can do this. Oh no, don't do that one. Right now, where's the... See? Right, I mean, there's technology at play here, friends, right? But there's also a whole other stuff we can do, look. I don't know what they do, mind you, but they look very impressive. Any of your screens, if you get a failure on one, and if you notice, right, see your top PFD here, but if you lost the bottom one, you get both instruments on one panel. Ooh. Or if you lost the top one and you go to the bottom, you still get both instruments. So the whole idea was, these screens were so new when this aircraft was developed. It was bringing pilots from the traditional steam-gauged analog displays into a modern glass cockpit. And there was a lot of worry around that, saying, well, what if they break? Beechcraft said, yes, we'll fix that. So that's what they did. Right, anyway, before I break anything else, up here. Hello, Navigov. So we need to look at this because where's our approach? It looks epic. So we're looking for runway 26, which is over here. So wait now, if we're going 26, where's this leading us into? We fly this way, and then we circle around again and come back. That's interesting. So we go to Hepig, Gonry, overfly it. That doesn't seem right, does it? Now, what if we go to Hikal? Let's change this, shall we? Let's look at the approach. So we're saying the approach is here. Let's remove that. And let's look at the different approaches. So if we say Hikal, add Hikal into the gadget, right? Which means we're going to come in at Hikal. So to do that, we need to add a waypoint. Flight plan. Approach. It's runway 24. No, it's an RNAV 26. And we're going to come in at Hikal. There, GB. So bring us to Hikal and then in. Sure, listen, you're only deadly plane. Yeah. That's your missed approach, correct. See, I fixed it. Right, everything's grand now. Don't worry, lads. Could have been worse. Don't know how it's worse, but it'll always be worse, you know. We are indeed on multiplayer. We have idle cutoff with us. Uniform Goose. Yeah, we're flat out today, lads. Although it is working time, you know. I'm working. You wouldn't think it, would you? Imagine. Murphy, you're working, right? Now, we did a lot of work this morning, but that naughty gnome has put me in my spot to say, Murphy, you forgot about this. Oh yeah. You know. But anyway, all is well. Now, what about altitudes when we get to here? That's important. So, at Hikal, it says 2,500. Is that right? Yeah, it is. So we need to be at 2,500 feet. So let's go to the VNAV page, Hikal, and let's put in 2,500. So at this... Oh yeah, we better start descending now, so look. 1,500 feet down arrow. Right, V-speed is away there, Chief. No, not IAS, V-speed. There we go. Right, on the way down. Work, don't mention it, right? I'm enjoying retirement, says I'll cut off. Yes. I haven't got to that stage yet. This is now work. It's most unusual, isn't it? I mean, isn't it? You know. Granted, I'd be busy now. Well, I was like this in my last job as well. My days were spent fixing things that other people broke, but I'd break the fix. Wait now, where are you taking us plane? Ah, yes. Yes. Oh wow, look at the flare coming in. HSI, get on track there now, Jemima, will you? Right. We did it. We did it. Okay, so we are descending now. To what altitude do we want? 2,500, so pop that in our little box. Easy now. Don't get too excited, plane. After leveling off, but I want to go down to 2,500. I made this mistake the last time. 2,500. 1.6 is what she wants. 1.6 V-speed. Down the road. Right, all is well. See the way it did the... Is that normal? Look at the views, though. Look at the... This is what I fall in love with every single time with Flight Sim 24. Look at... Not that button. Look at the shadows between the clouds and the scenery beneath it. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they've managed to do it. But I think it's called atmospheric scattering. I think that was the gadget. But, like, look at the detail. That might as well be real. Isn't it frightening, isn't it? I'm enjoying retirement too. Even though I'm still working, I've retired in my head. Right? Brilliant. I mean, look at that there, look. It's insanely beautiful looking. It just is, isn't it? Gorgeous. Now, what's our speed now? We're doing 352 over the ground. We're approaching the don't go beyond this button. Huh. Well, I reckon 250 would be the max, wouldn't it? V-Pilot, good to see you, man. Hope you're well. So we'll say 250, and worst case scenario, we can reduce the torque. And I can't believe I've damaged my engines. Like, what a muppet. Honest to goodness, what a muppet. 62% and 72%. I mean, it was only a matter of time. But we're keeping this thing... I'm not even going to repair it. We're keeping this plane until it's shagged, and then we'll fix it. But until then, let's see how many hours we can get up in the old hobs. For which there... Where's the hobs? Where's the... Here it is. Oh, wait. 6 hours? Is that all we got on this plane? Yes, idle cut off. David Cleary. Legend Dave. So with a name like Starship, can this go into space, or where did it come up from? No, it just looked like a starship. I can't go to space. It looks like a starship complete with a 3.5-inch floppy disk. Brilliant. Hello, passengers. Is everyone okay back here? Yes? We found the jacks, but we can't open or close the door. Not very private. Bert Rutan, the man, the legend, the genius who created this. Isn't it mad? Right, 256 now. She's going to start screaming at us in a minute. Let's slow it down because it wants a steeper rate of descent here, so... Easy does it there now, Jemima. But the torque at 60. And we've now blasted below standard 3004 under 18,000. So 3004, 3004. Right, you're grand. All is well. I remember having 3.5. Yeah. Do you remember those, Dazza? Disc. Yes, yes. Ooh. $200 is where we want our next speed step gadget to do. It's 12 degrees outside. I no longer need these. And as we're descending, let's put back on our auto feather. And the rest is okay for now. Right. Do you remember the actual huge floppy ones you could fan yourself with? You had a 3.5 inch, and then wasn't it like a 5 inch, or wasn't it a 5 inch? Hang on, they're 10 euros. They're 10 euros on eBay. A 5.25 floppy disk. Some mad lad is selling them for 10 bucks each. Is he out of his mind? The BBC mini computer. What? Kieran GPT, welcome in. $7.99, look. What are you doing? Strikers Run game for BBC untested. This is a special dual 40 to 84 format disc. Read the welcome guide before use. I mean, this is the sort of stuff you had to, like, you know, go off and do a course to learn how to not break them. What was the size of it? What was the space? Does anyone know the space that was on them? No? I'm flying in 3 weeks. Please tell me I'll be fine. Kieran, you're going to be fine. Are you flying yourself as in a pilot? 100 megabyte? What? Get this. A 5.25 inch floppy disk, fully formatted, ranged between 360 kilobytes to 1.2 megabytes. What? No way, Jose. Just a passenger, Belfast to Lanzarote. You'll be fine, Kieran. Don't you worry about it at all. That's just mad. Elliot, one day there won't be anywhere. The collectors and museums will be paying a lot more. Do you reckon? I don't know, man. Yeah, 3.5 one was 1.44 megabytes. You know, the earliest flight sim was on like, and then they went to CD. 4 discs just to install. When you think about it, lads, almost unlimited storage, right? Ah, isn't it mad? Right, descending nicely. We're 1.6 down arrow, that's fine. Let's get some landing lights on. Seatbelts, please. We're still tracking. Good job it doesn't know I broke my engines. And I'm just saying, good job, right? We're rocking now. We're rocking trees now. 3/4 inch in the Amstrads in a hard plastic case. Do you remember those? They only had 90 kilobytes. No way. Boss Phoenix, welcome in. Did you see the server hard drives that look like something you would use for curling? Well, some of the other... did you ever have to use zip drives? I remember the old cassettes. You get like 70 gigs or 72 gigs on a cassette. They were for servers back in the day. A zip drive. What were they, lads? Zip drive. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Uh-oh. We're going too fast. Slow it down there, Jemima, will you? That'll do you. About 700 megabytes. That's nuts. There was a streamer who was using 8-inch floppy disks. Go way out of it, was there? That's incredible. Right. Look at the countryside, isn't it? Only gorgeous. Man, that's pretty, isn't it? Murph is breaking the limits again. Listen, I mean, look, it's... I've already broke the engine. Well, I didn't break it, I've just damaged it considerably. 72% and 62%. Yeah. Ooh, I mean, if Nick ever watches back this, he'd be like, why are you breaking my beloved Starship? It'll buff out. It'll buff out. It's fine. I really want to see what the degradation will be. Yes. Yeah, oh, yeah. It's science. Yes, yes. It's a mad looking plane. It really is. Pretty sure in the loft I still have a zip drive. You're joking. Really? They have them floppy disks in museums here in Melbourne. I feel like I'm in Demolition Man. Wait. Demolition Man. What was that one again? Was that the one about the 3 shells? I think. Wasn't it? He doesn't know how to use the 3 shells? Yeah, that's the one. Ah, great success. Brilliant. Mail is here, good to see you. Currently debating on buying GSX Pro. Do you use it? If yes, can I get your take on it? Is it worth it now in 2025? Mail, I use it. I do most of my airline flying in flights in 2020 at the moment. It's a neat add-on. When it works, it's very good. The problem is it doesn't always work. It can get a little bit buggy. Now, there have been a lot of updates to it. It is very handy for pushback, and you have, like, you know, boarding, deboarding, loading, unloading. It adds a new layer of realism, but it wouldn't be the most solid piece of software. But it is great. When it works well, it works oh so very well. You know what I mean? And it works in 24 as well. It's just most of my airline flights I keep on 2020, just for now. Do you know? The one that really bad dubbing of Pizza Hut, because the EU didn't know what Taco Bell was. We had a Taco Bell. I wasn't a fan. I'm just saying it wasn't great. I mean, it was nice, but I'm just not into all that type of food. You know what I mean? Abana's good to see you, buddy. Let me find the link. It's so bad. They actually dubbed Pizza Hut. Really? And they were all celebrating. We're going to Taco Bell. Right, hang on. I have to be paying attention here. We have a disco. Hikal Habel. Oh wait, hang on, that's not right at all. Gone. Janie Macaroni, hang on. Come up the road here a bit now, we have a look. So it's Hikal. Come up, you devil. Come up. It's Hikal, right? Then it should be not Habel. You shouldn't be there. Oh dear. Flight plan. Ooh. Delete approach. Yes. Uh-oh. Ah! Wait! Approach! Balls! Quick! Do! It's the RNAV for 26 and it's via Hickle. Load it. Get in there now, quick. Right, now I fixed it. Shh, it's alright. We're at 3,000 feet, we're heading down to 2,500. This is getting very messy. The gear. Shh. All is well. Now, is this going to hold me at 2,500 feet? Hold me now. Bit of Johnny Logan now, right? Easy now, easy. All is well in the realm. We're very fast, but it's okay. This should hold us at 2,500 feet. We hope. As we fly this little approach-a-rooney in. Yes. There's Hickal, then it's over to Bekak. After Bekak, Calry, and then Gapta. It is looking alright now, lads. That radar is not doing much, although I did tilt it downwards, didn't I? Can we put it on ground terrain now, please? Because this is going to be hilarious. Ground map on. Thank you. There's the ground. Brilliant. Right. Sim update 3. I think they said August. They were aiming for August. Sim update 2 is outstanding with single player. Oh, Janie Mac. Warning. Yeah, it's great in single player use or single pilot ops. Not so great on multiplayer. We're seeing, unfortunately, a lot of issues. But yeah. Right, what am I doing here now? Oh yeah. Did we see the airport yet? No. How's our engines behaving? They're all right. What's your speed, Murph? Get up the hill here now. Easy. You scared the life out of me. How are you? What time do you call this? Are you only up? Well then, I'm going to be tired and sore from the beating that I lift you. Jesus. I think my alerts are shine. Are they? Hang on. Should be okay. Okay, we're holding 2,500 feet. Watch your speed now. We can probably tilt you back up. Okay. Okay, quick check. Lights looking good. Prop sync off. Auto feather rearmed. Anti-skid is already there. Temperatures are all good. Power settings are all good. Inertial separator. Didn't we forget? We did, lads. We forgot it again. 8th of July was originally forecast target. I don't think... Oh, was it 8th of July? What? I can't remember. I thought it was August. I could be wrong now. Murph, it didn't work. What are you trying to do? Are you pressing the button through Streamlabs or through whatever it's called? Huh? It's not empty. It's not. I checked it. Oh, Dan. I went out before I started streaming. It wasn't empty. Getting in trouble because I didn't bring in the bins. I redeemed pilot skill. Why aren't they working? Where do my alerts live? Right now. Alerts. Action cues. Nothing.
It's not the plane. It's the pilot.
It should be working. Partially connected. Oh, it's not connected to Streamlabs. Ah, Jesus. Hang on. This is all very busy. Log in with Twitch. Hang on. We're fixing the thing. Right. It's logged in, I think. Buttons. Why does that say not logged in? Right, someone keep an eye on the runway there ahead of us. I'm getting distracted here with you lot. Ah, quick! Right, there's that button. Right, what's wrong with this one? Big news. Get sponsored with... No, shut off. Upgrade. I'm not upgrading. You were too dear. Wait now. Hang on, we're learning together. Not logged in. Did not auto-authenticate. Log in. Authorize. Streamer bot connected. Try it now! Right. I have to fly a plane. Try buttons now, it should be working. I missed my refund alert. Listen! Listen! Shh! It's grand. What have I to do? Oh yeah, we're landing, look. Yes, yes, yes. Autopilot off. My airplane. Oh, Janie Mac, easy plane. Right. Here we are now, friends. We are heading on our way to land this beautiful aircraft. What's our range? Haven't a while out yet. That stuff should be working now. Or at least it says it should be working. It's nice. It's a nice wee approach with the little river. Yeah, it is nice. But mind the big antennas here on our right hand side, look. Jeez, you can't be doing that, lads. You can't be doing that at all. We're below the glide here a little bit. It is an RNAV approach, but we'll hand fly it in. This airplane is so nice to hand fly. Look at the state. Ah, look at the lighting and everything, look. Gorgeous. It still didn't work. Hang on. Pay attention. I can multitask. Just not very well. What's our speed? 170. Elevatex prediction mode not enabled. Why not? Why is everything out to break it? Hang on. Elevatex. I never pressed the button. Right, oh Jesus. Right, try it now. And now someone else trying to alert. It should be working, I promise. Right, we're concentrating now. Yeah. 170 knots though. Slow her down there now, Jemima, will you? Put the nose up so we can reduce the speed. Lower the gear. Yaw dampener is off. And let's get that canard out. Right. All is well in the realm. Yeah. Totally fine. Not a bother at all. Easy plane. Speed is good. Can't believe I broke my engines. Just a touch high. It's grand, it's fine. We know what we're doing. We're gonna blame someone else. Easy. Yes. We're looking good now.
Approaching 26.
124 on approach.
5,900 feet available.
We got loads of runway, Sharon. Loads of it. I'm a tad bit kind of to the left because she's windy. Look at the lovely river, look. That's gorgeous, isn't it? The pappy are happy. Red over white. She'll be alright. White over red? You'll soon be dead. Right, easy. Oh, Jesus. Easy now. I keep bashing my chair. Easy. We're a tad bit fast, but we're okay. Gently. Gently now. Easy now. Easy now. Watch the flare. Oof. We felt that Nitrum in the beta. There's our diesel. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know what it says. What did I land with?
3,000 feet remaining.
Out of beta, please. Alright.
2,000 remaining.
125. We'll take it. Canard coming in. Oh, we have a friend.
1,000 remaining. Approaching 3, 5.
Alright, we're going to hang a right here now. All will be well. The Vannas was absolutely spot on, look. What a legend.
100 feet remaining.
You're alright. You're alright. Easy now. Alright, let's see how we go with this one. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. And lovely. On the brakes. Beautiful. Taxi light off. Collision lights off. That's looking good. Inertial separators are indeed open. Stall warning coming offline. Auto feather coming offline. Props. Stay where they are for the moment. That all looks good to me. So we'll come down here. That looks good. Power is all okay. That's all okay. Turn those off. And that looks good. Alright. Tarnish is here. Good to see you. Welcome aboard, man. Alan, thank you very much indeed. Or is it Alan? You're very welcome in, buddy. And it's good. Oxygen system reset. Bleeds off. Everything on auto. And generators off. These all look good. That looks good. Go ahead and close those. What else do we want? That's okay. One up here. Lights off. Blower off. ECAS. Battery. Alright. 62 and 72. I can't believe it caused so much damage. Put the chocks in. Gear pins. Open the door. I mean, right. To be fair, there's reasons why I'm not allowed near real aircraft. Do you know? He breaks stuff all the time. But that was a very, very enjoyable flight. And the weather looks like it's starting to take a turn here in Georgia. Welcome to Augusta. And we have been flying in the incredible Beech Starship. This one from Black Square Simulations, an absolute masterpiece for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is a masterpiece. Why did my door close? Go back open. It's the sort of plane that is so incredibly detailed, but you can still fly it like, you know, anything. It invites you to learn more about this aircraft. And that's what I love about it. There are so many systems on this airplane. You can skip them if you don't want to, you know, dive in too deep. But it invites you to learn more about it. That's what I love about the Starship. And I haven't flown this in quite some time, and we're able to remember some of it fairly well, right? Hello, friends. There's people here in their beautiful business aircraft. I mean, we're going to have a whole load of more business aircraft very, very soon. The launch, of course, of the C750 due to happen this week. We're going to be streaming it, all going well, this coming Wednesday. Flight Effects are going to be joining us, so do keep your eyes peeled for that. Also tonight then, we're live again this evening, 1900 Zulu, and we're going to be all about oceanic clearances. This is going to be absolutely mad. Oh, hang on. Me flight, look. Touchdown at 1:30. We'll do it. Submit our PIREP. Thank you. Lovely jubbly. There's our flight's gone in. Yes. There's our stuff. The entire log for the flight. Yes. Didn't give out to us. Didn't scream at us. That was a nice flight. What else do we have? Elevatex. Can we complete the flight? Ish. Previous flight. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Augusta 125. It'll always deviate a little bit, but that's all sound. What else were we looking at? We want to bring up this guy now. Firefly Air. Right? And dashboard. I've $316. Well, euros, brilliant. All the money for flying, but I'm costing the airline thousands. Live map, who's online? Is it? Oh look, we got people flying, look. Brilliant. We have some people flying. Excellent, excellent. What else have we to do? Oh yeah, so tonight, right? We're going to be, as I said, it's all to do with clearances for oceanic operations, flying across the pond. And to give us an idea, if we go into SimBrief here now, let's say for Pig Iron, we're going to go off and do a flight, Firefly 235 from Dublin. What's Detroit again? KTDW, wasn't it? And let's say we're going to be going in the stupendous Boeing 777. Detroit. No, that's wrong. What a muppet. KDTW. There you go. There we are. So if we have a look at this, right? We not make that full screen. We can have a look here at ETOPS and also our NAT tracks. So according to this, we'd be departing Dublin. We'd be entering the what track is that? Charlie. So we'll be on the NAT track of Charlie. Entry point is Adara, right? That's our entry point. And we fly along that, and our exit waypoint is going to be Relic. And from Relic, we at that stage we're well, where's the FIR? Because we go from Shanwick, which is here, over to Gander, which is the Canadians. Now I think this line here is that 30 west. Yeah, at 30 west longitude, that's where the whole thing changes over. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So then we talk to Shanwick, then we go into the Boston ARTCC, and then we ramble then over to Detroit in Michigan. 7 hours 45 minutes. That is what our flight is going to be looking at like when we do it next Sunday. But before we get to that, over on our website, if you go to the Learn ATC series, go into the FAA conversion course. If you ever wanted to learn how to fly online, this is all your information. And then we have our ground school document. It now has over 300 pages. I don't know why, I just added too many pages. But the most recent stuff is added now. Why is this so slow? It's interesting. Wix is having a moment. Come on, website, you can do it. There we go. So if we go down to page 200 and odd, 270. Oceanic clearance and operations. This 299 pages too many. So there's 6 stages to what we're going to cover tonight. Stage 1 is learning what oceanic flying is and why it's different than, say, our standard stuff. Stage 2 is all about our flight planning and how we figure out what the NAT tracks are. Jeppesen 2001 is going to join us. He's going to be chatting about ETOPS and us figuring out, well, what do ETOPS mean? And stage 3 is the oceanic clearance itself. What is it and how do we get it? Stage 4 is our communications and also position reporting, prepping, right? That's getting everything done. Then stage 5 is flying the oceanic segment. So that's our compliance with our route, our speed, our altitude. We might have to get into SLOP, which is our strategic lateral offset procedures, and we monitor everything. And then stage 6 is when we exit the oceanic airspace. How do we do it? What do we do? And so on, right? So that's what we're covering tonight. As I said, Jeppesen is going to be joining us live on stream. He used to do this in a previous job that he had. He used to do all the flight planning, in particular when it came to ETOPS for a real world airline. So he's going to be chatting to us all about ETOPS. Extended, what's the actual meaning of it again? Extended twin engined operations, or, you know. Sorry, Murph, my last job out of the mob was a technical author. Jesus, that's quite okay. What time? That's starting tonight at 1900 Zulu, because we're going to be chatting all about how we're going to plan for this. If you've ever wanted to do, is Join FS traffic any good? It is, Tarnish, but the Say Intentions one is very, very good, and I think they're releasing that today for partners. I think it's today. Join FS traffic or Just Flights traffic, the models are excellent. I use their models with Say Intentions, but they just go on schedules, whereby Say Intentions has schedules and it's live. It's, you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, our stuff for tonight, this is preparing us for our flight next week. If you've ever wanted to do cross the pond for VATSIM, you need to know this stuff, because this is the only thing that'll really catch you out if you're asked to do kind of cell call stuff or position reports and whatever else. We're going to go through it tonight, and whatever isn't covered tonight, or if you have more questions, Naughty Gnome, he's going to catch up then with a little bit more during the week. He was saying on Friday. So there won't be much flying. This is purely, we're going to learn how to do stuff. I'll probably load in with the 777. I'm planning to fly that. Extended range twin operation performance standards. Good man, Jamma. Right, I'll probably load into the 777. That's the aircraft I'm probably going to use, because we can do a lot of this stuff through its own CDPLC. Failing that, we can do stuff using the NatTrack website. So should be fun, right? Learn stuff, noise, indeed. We'll learn a bit of stuff. Because it is interesting anyway, because you might be saying to yourself, okay, it's grand crossing the Atlantic Ocean. Why do you need to have these procedures? Well, think about it, lads, right? When you're flying over, you know, continents and countries, there's radar stations all over the place. When you're flying over an ocean, be it the Atlantic or the Pacific, well, there's no radar stations. Therefore, your adherence to altitude and speed and waypoints, it becomes critical. So people know where you are, right? And that's why we do it. And there's also other things there about deviation. So you have this flight plan, you can't change it, but what happens then if you start getting bad weather? All of a sudden you're flying straight into a friggin' Sigmet. And if we were to look at that, if we were to look at some of the weather on this, nothing affecting us at the moment. It's all kind of up north, nothing across the Atlantic. But we could be looking at, you know, if there was heavy winds perhaps, or if there was, you know, thunderstorms or cyclones or any of that kind of stuff. That's what we'd have to be looking at here. So we're going to learn about it tonight. It's not an information overload. There's already a document produced which breaks down each and every stage. It explains things in plain English, what we're doing, right? And this is more the theory behind what we're going to be doing on Sunday. So we'll try and lean into some of the more practical things like, well, how do I configure my airplane to do all of these things? The Inibuild's A350, just by its very nature, the A350 can do an awful lot of this automatically, which is great news. The 777 has some nice features about it as well, but don't worry about any of that. We'll cover off all the bases. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. Whatever I can't answer today, we'll make sure we'll get back to you on our Discord as well. All this will be supported on Discord if you guys have any questions. So, Murph, can I fly along without VATSIM? Yes, of course you can. Yes, of course you can. We're doing a reposition flight. It's going to be from Dublin over to Detroit. I'm flying it on VATSIM along with our VATSIM group. However, if anyone else would like to fly it with us, I highly recommend you do. Highly recommend you do. And you can take anything you want, any aircraft, fighter jets, you name it. Fly what you like to fly. You know what I mean? Merv, could you add the PC-12 and Vision Jet to the VA? Yeah, well, we have to add all the aircraft yet, Wicked Wolf. We'll be adding all aircraft because a lot of them aren't in there yet. But yeah, like if you want to fly this, I won't have multiplayer turned on. However, we'll still be able to track our flights. We could do something with, say, Intentions maybe, because their map is excellent with Skynet. Or indeed, we could use... you can use Smart Cars. That's available to download right now. You know, so if you want to use that, by all means, give it a bash and see how we get on. But anyway, we'll chat about it more tonight. If you want to have a look, this document is now live, twotonmurphy.com/current lesson. That's where you get it. Yeah, the Firefly map will do it as well on LRM. 100% that'll do it. So have a look at the website, go down through this document, have a read up on it, what we're covering tonight. It just explains what it is in 6 stages, and I have a few more notes then typed up. We'll be talking about it and how we do it. Then you have your weather awareness. That's where the thing kind of goes out of normal procedures, right? But yeah, it should be fun. It's something that we haven't done this yet in terms, and like Oshkosh is there as well. Time is just creeping up on us a little bit. We might have to push back our little Oshkosh flight as well, because that is part of our ATC course, but that's happening very, very soon, and Pilot Edge are looking after that, and I know you guys aren't using Pilot Edge, so we'll come up with another plan for that soon. But anyway, have a read of this, let me know how you get on. In the meantime as well, if you want to have a look at the virtual airline, we're just starting it off now with Smart Cars. Everything else that we have at our airline, that's still hosted on FS Hub. That's not going anywhere. And you know, we have an absolute barrel load of content already on this. This is our live radar at the moment. This is everyone flying on FS Hub with Firefly Air. And we've just opened up a new hub there in Geneva. We need to add the pins, and a couple of updates are needed there as well. But we have a ton of features here. You can go into the duty schedule on FS Hub. This is where you can say what airport you want to fly from, how many hours of flight sim time do you have, and what's the minimum leg and maximum leg distance you want to cover. Go ahead, generate a duty schedule, and it goes off and says, okay, these are your flights for the 2 hours. Brilliant, right? And that's only one of them. What else do we have here? Any achievements you want to fly to unlock? There's a ton of them, an absolute ton of them. We've lots and lots of them there. And this is also good for Xbox pilots, because you just fly what you want to fly on Xbox, and then you can submit a PIREP, a manual PIREP. This will then ask, where did you take off from, where did you fly to, and so on. And when you submit that, we get the information, we update it, and then it goes into our stats for the airline. So we do have a, where is it? It's up here. We do have our stats console, and this monitors all the usage from our virtual airline. And we've broken down into leagues, types of aircraft, how much fuel, and so on and so on. There's loads and loads of information here, and this is all based on what you guys do. So if we have a look at our stats, or we can go into the league tables as well, you'll see where everything is. So all our stats, you know, company routes per day, most flying is happening at the moment in the US, you know, the best landing rates, the worst landing rates. There's a lot of stuff there. We can go in and have a look at the Firefly Air XP League, all our league tables. Every time you fly, you get positioned on the league, right? Where am I actually in this? I was in the Skoda conference. I'm out of it. I'm now in the road to glory, look. Oh, no, I love this. So I'm in League 4. So we're on the way, lads. We're getting flights done. Then you have League 1. Then you have, we have our VATSIM stats. This is people using our virtual airline when they're on VATSIM. And we got a lot of lads flying on VATSIM as well. So it's all brilliant, and it's all for free. All of this is for free. Everything, it's free, because it's a way of enhancing what we're doing in our beloved flight sims, and it just adds stuff to do. Do you know what I mean? So have a look at that, and yeah, we'll be back here this evening at 1900 Zulu. We're going to be going through all our oceanic stuff for Sunday's upcoming flight, and then the rest of the week, in case you haven't seen what we're doing, here's our Discord. Do be sure to ramble over to our Discord, because here you'll see the full stream schedule for the week, which we're streaming every day. Monday, tonight, of course, is our ATC stuff. Tomorrow evening, it'll be Moza trucking. That's what we're doing tomorrow night, but we'll flight sim during the day. Wednesday, we invite Flight FX onto the stream, showing us the upcoming C750. Thursday night, we have a VATSIM flight, our final European leg, taking us from Jersey back to Dublin. On Friday night, we have a group flight, Echoes of the Pacific. We're going to take the Flying Iron P-38 in and around the Solomon Islands. And then on Sunday, we have our VATSIM long-haul flight. And these are just the evening streams. These are the ones that are kind of, these are happening regardless. There'll be daytime streams as well. And then all these thumbnails that I spend way too much time working on, that's all these that we're going to have coming up. Do you know? So that's for tonight. That's our trucking for tomorrow night. We're going to go from Utah up to Idaho, explore the gem state. Our flight sim news are a beautiful C750 sitting there in the corner. Our A320 flight, VATSIM Thursday, that's Jersey to Dublin. Then we have our P-38 flight on Friday night. That's a group flight. That's going to be awesome. And then there's our 777 on the ground at Dublin, and we're going to be taking that one over to Detroit. So it's going to be a very, very busy week, and as always, we're going to have fun, right? We're going to have fun. So exclamation point Discord, that'll bring you to this page, and everything else that we cover there today as well, it's all available. Everything's for free. Everything's free. It's great. They're giving it all away, do you know? Right, lads, that's going to do us. I'll be back in a couple of hours, going to grab some lunch and, you know, carry on about my business for the day, and then we're back to you in about 6 hours from now. We'll be back live again. All right, so hope to see you there. Thank you so very, very much indeed for tuning in, for all your support, all the likes and stuff on YouTube, and all the follows, and of course the gifted subs as well. I really, really do appreciate it, lads. So right, we'll see you later now. Don't tell anyone about the engines. Shh, it's our little secret. This, lads, look at the state of this. Touchdown, nicely done, beautiful. Armin Addict inbound. Careful now, careful now. Pull up, pull up. Beautiful. What a landing. So we've Gregor inbound. And is Mike Roch in the chat?